What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 15 La Chapter 441 Fine Factory Advertisement. There are many such cars around, all of them are equipped with Nomu, 100 Nomu per car, this is standard equipment. After Masada felt this scene, he immediately realized that Nomu factory is not only built in one place, but exists in many places. These transport vehicles, which can be transported, are directly transported to Nomu from all directions and transported to this factory for processing. Jungtae didn't come out in Nomu's body, he planned to get inside. This finishing factory does not seem to exist all for one, but as the leader of the organization, it is still possible to check it out from time to time. And I heard that all for one is now using Nomu's body. If the other party is also mixed with Nomu, maybe it is really in the finishing factory. Soon it was the turn of Masada's car. The door of Masada was opened and Masada was transported down. These batches of Nomu were transported down and arranged in a warehouse. In the warehouse, there were many sophisticated machines that added something to Nomu's body. The horrible Nomu has turned into a product that can be produced on an assembly line, and Masada always feels chills in his heart. The villains in this world is too strong. Without his existence, the world would be in danger. But Jungtae secretly swears that as long as there is him in one day, this kind of thing will never be allowed to happen. Nomu, where Masada is constantly advancing on the conveyor belt, and machinery is constantly installing equipment on Nomu's body, stitching, and painting the body surface. Soon, the rough Nomu just produced became a muscular warrior covered in armor. Masada thought that the Nomu he saw outside in 503 did not have these armors. In other words, Nomu, which was originally terrible, has been upgraded. How about this batch of Nomu? Suddenly there was a voice outside. As I felt the past, two researchers who were doing Nomu test records were questioned by a Nomu. Report leader, Nomu has been successfully updated and upgraded, and the second generation Nomu developed now can resist a lot of heat damage. The researcher looked at the report paper in his hand and reported to that Nomu. That Nomu seemed to be wise, nodded in satisfaction, and then said, "Very well, you did a good job." After these Nomu were completed, how many tricks can you resist the student with the lava quirk? However, Nomu asked this question. The researcher suddenly looked embarrassed. Said, according to the research report, the lava quirk student named Igarashi Masada, his lava has a destructive quirk that decomposes and destroys everything. Although Nomu has increased fire resistance, it faces that person's lava, I guess it still can't hold up a blow. Boom. Nomu slapped it out, and the researcher was hit and flew onto the wall next to him. What kind of waste? I spent so many resources training your researcher, and you actually told me that the Nomu that I carefully researched could not even be defended by a student? That Nomu looked angry. Masada can be sure that Nomu is all for one. Although the appearance is completely different, the momentum will never change. However, Masada did not act rashly. After all, Nomu can project. What if the leader in front of him is a projection? If you start to frighten the snake now, the opponent might never come out again. After all, Masada's positive power still exceeds them too much. It can be said that as long as Masada finds his nest, he will be a general. Leader, please calm down your anger. Our research has already produced results. As long as you add an evil quirk to Nomu's body, you can offset most of the student quirk named Igarashi Masada. If you add Kamiki Maria's quirk, so basically Nomu can develop complete resistance, even if it is Igarashi Masada, you can't even think of hurting Nomu's finger. After hearing this, Masada stunned in her heart. Are they going to be in danger? Oh, it's the bad reason of the dead Wei Bajai Wei? And that sensational god Chi Maria? However, Nomu shook his head again and said, even the god Chi Maria hasn't made a move in Jungtae's hands. With his quirk, it is too difficult to defeat Jungtae. The researcher said, we have fully studied the quirk of Kami Maria. His quirk is resistance. It can increase resistance to that damage through continuous damage. However, I don't know what happened, she has a quick adaptation. Before an ordinary attack falls on her, she can quickly analyze the strength principle of this attack and immediately produce health resistance. The researcher opened a page and continued. However, the last time Masada defeated Shenchi Maria during Shangying's school celebration, he used the fastest speed and powerful impact to make Shenchi Maria's, if the resistance is too late to generate, defeated directly. Nomu touched his chin and started to think. Then he said, in other words, if the quirk of Shenchi Maria successfully adapts to Masada's attack will be neutralized? The researcher pushed his glasses and said, yes, that's it. Okay, I'll arrange a team to capture the god Chi Maria. As he said, the figure of Nomu gradually faded and faded. Masada's current Nomu is still on the assembly line, undergoing step-by-step enhancement. By the way, my lord, if you want to install a new quirk for Nomu, you will come in person? That Nomu's figure appeared faintly from the void again, and said, this is natural, what's the matter? Advertisement, if this experiment is successful, I hope you can give me a powerful quirk that can crush everyone's quirk. The researcher begged to the projection of all for one with a look of drunkenness. Well, if successful, I will reward you with a quirk enough to shock everyone. After that, the Aline disappeared completely. I felt a crisis too suddenly, but crises and opportunities coexist. On the one hand, God Kai Maria may be in danger, and Bad Reason is also in danger. However, it is this opportunity that All for One will come to this factory and the body will come. This is a rare opportunity. Masada was immediately caught in a dilemma. Jungta definitely does not want Bad Reason and God Chi Maria to be in danger, but Jungta feels that this opportunity for All for One to come to the factory is a pity. Just between these two problems, Masada has to make a choice. The gunpowder was filled with smoke and the fire was blasting into the sky. Jung was too unaware that when he was lurking in the enemy's fine factory, fierce fighting broke out in the outside world. Oh my god, where did these Nomu come from? Damn it, I can't stand it anymore. Bang. A Nomu stretched out his arm and directly nailed a hero's with wings on the back to the wall. Jax. Two red lights flashed, and the red light cut Nomu's arm off. I'm fine, this Nomu is a bit strong, damn it, how much quirk does he have? Nomu turned his head to Hero's, whose eyes glowed red. In Hero's eyes, there seemed to be ghost fire flickering. Discover new targets. Nomu said so, and then there was a ghost fire in his eyes. Behind him, there was a scorching hell. The place where Nomu walked was anxious. It could be said that life was overwhelmed, and all the buildings were destroyed. This is just a Nomu. All Hero's who came to support are in crisis. Masada is lurking in the fine factory. Masada discovered that as long as he enriched Nomu's body with lava, he could gain control of Nomu's body. Now it has reached the charging stage. You only need to inject basic energy into Nomu's body to get Nomu into action. Then input the program into Nomu's brain, and he can have basic movement patterns. Masada, Nomu, can be said to have been transformed successfully. The internal structure is manufactured in an outside factory, but the finishing on the outside is in this factory, and the inside of this factory does not matter at all. The surrounding Nomu is active one by one, with its own mode of action and quirk. The wife Nomu raised his hand and looked at his palm. Naturally, this Nomu is not an input program, but is controlled by Masada. Nomu number 301, quirk is cold ice, pass. Number 302 Nomu, quirk is for exporting steam, pass. Nomu number 303, quirk is to change the color of the paint, fail and kill. Boom, the light of a light cannon hit, and Nomu beside Masada was killed directly. It's Masada's turn. Masada only needs to stimulate the quirk to determine what it is. Nomu number 305. Jungtai used Nomu's hands to glow with lava. Nomu number 305, quirk is lava. This can be used to study samples. When the researcher saw Nomu controlled by Masada, he became excited. Quickly, protect Nomu number 305. Soon two cars came, firmly controlled Nomu, who was under Masada's control, and carried them away directly. Masada came here and has a certain understanding of Nomu's quirk generation method. Advertisement given through preliminary quirk, this work is done by a machine. You can assign a random quirk to Nomu with a specific chip. However, what exactly is this quirk is uncontrollable. The Nomu, which is under the control of Masada, no longer has a chip, and naturally will not wake up quirk. So Nomu's quirk was given by Masada. Jung was transported away too soon. But his treatment is actually pretty good. This control is to wrap him in 2 layers of soft cotton and then take care of it. For fear that he would be hurt a little bit, Masada did not resist, because if he gets special treatment, he is more likely to see the boss directly. Masada has already made a decision. Before the other party acts, find other ways to find All for One and defeat him. Now, Masada has arrived in a special room. Number 305, quirk lava. Come and analyze the composition of his lava. Number 305 activates quirk. Masada actually entered a blank room. A staff member pushed a glass bottle. Masada looked at the glass bottle and was a little unsure. Number 305 Nomu dropped the lava activated by the quirk into a glass bottle. I know too well, the other party is going to be tested. However, if his lava composition is known to the other party, will the other party guess that this Nomu is his fake? But I thought about it too much and was relieved immediately. If they found out that it was a fake, they would come out and destroy it directly. After all, such a harmful factory would be destroyed. Unfortunately, there is no way to control it directly from the source. After all, as long as All for One exists, it is not difficult for these factories to manufacture them. And there is only one factory for rough processing. What about the factory for finishing? I can't guarantee that there is only one such factory. Lava appeared on the surface of Masada, and the lava was dropped into the glass bottle. The component analysis is complete. Maybe we can directly use this Nomu to fight against Igarashi Masada and put out the fire. Jung frowned too. If they said that, wouldn't it mean that their quirk had been imitated last time? That day, after killing villains, it was too rare to use lava to destroy the corpses. Projection. Really a troublesome quirk. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Although separated by the glass window, Masada Igarashi heard their conversation, through the vibration of the air, to a layer of lava on his body that is so dense that it can be measured in nanometers. Behind the glass window, several researchers pointed at the computer. It is to prevent the opponent from regenerating. Masada's anxiety also comes from here. Well, it's not a normal image. Maybe we can find a way to defeat Masada Igarashi from him by transforming this brain. That liquid Nomu, no matter how it gave Masada a very tricky feeling. No, there is only one such precious sample. If it is wasted in this way, the gain will not be worth the loss. Igarashi's upper limit is still unknown. You must know that the last time he directly wiped out the Nomu army in the entire city, it was also effortless. But did not die. One of the researchers said, the composition of this lava is too similar to Igarashi. And the strange creature that was destroyed by himself. I feel too troublesome, not only can't defeat him without killing the main body, but what's more troublesome is that the projected sub-body also has good combat effectiveness. Igarashi felt their words too easily. It's okay, isn't our imitation model already imitating the quirk of Igarashi Masada? It's a pity that there is no 1 in 10 of the imitating power, but we project it out. As long as the body is not defeated, it is the immortal body, and he can be let him repeatedly study, until one day he learns enough quirk, he will be able to defeat Igarashi Masada. Advertisement Chapter 442 The official cultural festival finally arrived. Advertisement I have been cooperating with the researcher to study, and in the end, Masada was still discovered. Catch him, he is Masada Igarashi disguised, cut. The lava kingdom unfolds. Masada's whole body glowed brightly, and then the light dissipated, and the whole fine factory turned into nothingness. Masada looked at the ruins, and he knew that for a long time, All for One would not be able to move. After all, he made too much noise. But that's it, God Kai Maria and Bad Reason will not be in any danger. After that lurking, All for One and villains are truly hidden. Masada also returned to campus. Look, 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 look. Ashido Mina attracted the attention of the whole class, and then for an instant, his hands on the ground, the whole figure spun on the ground like a top. Lagu looked at Ashido Mina blankly, and said with a serious face, I want to try it. It's street dance, Green Valley, do you want to try? Let Ashido Mina teach you? Shang 23 Ming said suddenly. Does Green Valley want to learn? Ashido Mina said. Well, I feel that when Ashido is dancing hip-hop, the whole body movements are integrated, and the muscles of the whole body are affected, and every muscle of the whole body is used. If you can use the interest of street dance in the Hero's event, Green Valley said. I'm really envious. You can use the hip-hop action in the Hero's event. Snap, Kaminari Denki slapped Lagu on the head. But if you are interested, not only Ashido, but Jiro also has a strong quirk. Kaminari looked at Jiro with a blank expression. What nonsense, shut up, Jiro cursed with a flushed face. After all, the whole room is like a musical instrument store. It has completely escaped from the field of interest, Kaminari Denki said, and he tilted his head and began to think about it. There seemed to be bubbles in my mind, and the scene in the bubbles was like Jiro's room. Shut up. Don't say it, hurry up and forget it all. Jiro was already blushing. Her earphones stood up, as if about to kill Kaminari Denki. And Kaminari is still chattering. That room is really unusual. If the room for hobbyists has a few musical instruments, then Jiro can already be said to be an expert, right? I feel like Jiro understands well. I have to say that Jiro's interests are still great. Advertisement Kaminari Denki repeated the strong emphasis many times, and the blush on Jiro's face had reached its limit. So, Jiro's earphones pierced straight. Shut up. I understand. Kaminari Denki looked at him in panic. Kaminari, you just need to say a few words. Masada looked back at Kaminari. Masada returned to daily life. This time, he hid himself deeper. The cultural festival is going to be held again. The eraser walked into the classroom. He looked listless, but this was his most normal appearance, and his classmates had become accustomed to him. Jung is a little strange. This time is to celebrate, to repel Nomu. The last school celebration was completely robbed of the limelight by Masada, and the report completely obscured the main body of the school celebration, so the school plans to reopen. The eraser explained. The people who had the same doubts as Masada were immediately relieved. If this is the case, the explanation is over. So, what should we do this time? Kirishima stood up suddenly and said with a serious face, is that okay? Now the world has become like this, and we are still taking care of ourselves and being happy. Kirishima. But villains is indeed more rampant now. Nomu was full of the sky before, and threats active all over the city. This is the second cultural festival, Kirishima, the classmate interrupted. But Shangying is not just a hero's subject. Our school also has many students in general subjects and support subjects. This cultural festival is just a change of the protagonist. After all, the sports meet is the stage of the hero's subject. So the cultural festival is the stage for other subjects, and now the boarding system is based on the hero's subject. Many people feel that the pressure has doubled because of this, and there is pressure inside and out. They must relax. The eraser explained. But this cultural festival is different from last time. The last cultural festival invited outsiders. This time, the cultural festival will only be held in our school. We can't be serious forever. Although the hero's section is not the protagonist of the cultural festival, each class will have an event. Instead of procrastinating, it is better to finalize it today. Ida rushed directly to the podium and replaced the eraser. The stack of report paper in hand is ready. Advertisement. Now, it's my turn. Ida, a class monitor, chaired the discussion. First of all, I hope everyone can put forward alternate options. If there are students who have ideas, they will show their hands to vote. Ida shouted loudly, for fear that no one in this class could hear it. Maid Cafe. Kaminari Denki is one step ahead. He raised his hand and said. Ida immediately wrote one down on the blackboard. 1 ticket to the maid cafe. Does the maid serve? Kaminari knows it well. From the boys' circle, 503 heard a detailed discussion. Not bad. What, are boys perverted? So shy, Toru Hagakuri said. Custom. Woohoo? Grape immediately raised his hand following Kaminari Denki. However, as soon as he raised his hand, the grape was immediately lifted by Suyu with a rope. Sketch. Jiro said. The rice cake shop, Uraraka said. Dance. Million stood next to Ida and looked at Grape. It's not a custom shop. One by one options popped out of the students' mouths, and Ida quickly recorded these contents. Crepe shop. Then he said, is there any more? Haunted house. Interactive zoo. Soon a lot of content appeared on the blackboard. First of all, things that cannot be implemented or have unclear meaning are directly rejected. After all, this is a cultural sacrifice. Dark Apprentice Feast. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Wrist-wrenching contest. Surprisingly, the custom shop of grapes has also been recorded. In short, first record everyone's opinions and sort them out. Is there anything that can be fixed? Suyu wrapped the grapes into zongzi. Uraraka 1 vote. Ida wrote it down on the blackboard. Advertisement Chapter 443 Discuss Program Advertisement. What is the local history research conference? It's so old-fashioned. Study meetings have been going on too, so I don't need it anymore. Low voices also came frequently. Also, similar to takoyaki shops, crepe shops, and rice cake shops, aren't they all food? It feels so mixed, so it's better to just call it gourmet. One by one opinions came, and then a wave of discussion broke out. So, it's a haunted house. Okay, it's better to let me perform my shining, Aoyama Yuga said. Sure enough, rock and roll is better, Jiro said. So Diablo is better, Tokiyami said. Quiet, the school bell rang suddenly. Everyone be quiet. It's really boring discussion. You can fix the content before tomorrow morning. The eraser got up from the ground. When Ida came up before, he was already lying on the ground and fell asleep. If the content can't be finalized by tomorrow morning, change to open class. Public, attend class. Someone in the classroom repeated. Masada didn't say anything, he just mentioned a very common, skewers meeting. I don't know why I suddenly want to eat skewers. Masada has been idle these days to death. He vowed that if there were any confrontations in this cultural festival, he would not participate in the death. I feel that every time I get trouble, it's because I'm in the limelight. Masada gradually became a little afraid of trouble. For the extracurricular activities team, Bakugo is not there either. Ida looked at her computer and began to wonder if she had any good ideas. As the leader of a class, I was so worried about this class. Ida began to think. He looked at the computer and said, calm down and think again. The teacher said that other subjects are under a lot of pressure. Maybe we shouldn't give them so much pressure, but should let them relax, Kaminari suggested so. Advertisement, so, it's better to eat fried skewers. Just so proposed. So why did it change from grilled skewers to fried skewers? Because fried skewers are more fragrant. Yayorozu Momo said with a sad look, after all, our goal is to become heroes. We can't always cause so much trouble for everyone. We have caused enough trouble for everyone. Where else has Baidu ever troubled others? Masada comforted. We really can't make food that satisfies students who have eaten lunch rush meals, so we shouldn't be able to eat it. I think we are the hero's subject, so we should think more about the feelings of other subjects. Isn't hero's just for the sake of people? Said Masada. Then what can we do for other students? If it's just us happy, I really feel sorry for them. Then change to something that allows them to have a good experience. For example, a more interactive project? Bai proposed. If you say that, then maid cafe, or interactive zoo, or haunted house, Bai began to count. It's a bit difficult for the zoo, not to mention whether these animals can be perfectly controlled. With so many animals, their hygiene is a huge problem. We may have to deal with the eating and drinking of these animals. What about the skit? In the case of a short play, I feel that a bad performance will bring a lot of pressure to people. If you dance together, you might be very happy, Ashido Mina said. The feeling of dancing seems to be good. Shoto Todoroki appeared suddenly, and then walked to the side of Ida. Well, let's get this. I borrowed Ida's computer and started browsing. Soon, Boom found a page. Click to open the page, and the content inside appears. In the content, a group of people are caring. This is a big party. The people beside them were all surprised. Impossible. This is not the Boom I know. Boom is impossible to have such an idea. Grape looked at Boom with horror on his face and said, "Boom, what's wrong with you? Have you been taken away by others?" However, looking at Grape with a normal face, he said, "I think Ida is right. What we should think about is not to be happy for ourselves, but to provide happiness for others. We should provide an occasion where everyone can be happy." Impossible. This can't be Boom. Boom can't come up with such an idea. Advertisement. No, I got this idea from the license tutoring, Boom said. So, what did you do for tutoring? If this is the case, it might be feasible. Ida said so. Hey, I'll say it again, it will be very stressful for a layman to act in a play. Dancing is the same. Ashido Mina. I can teach them, what's so difficult about this? A layman who behaves strangely, it took only one day to master the pace. Ashido Mina pointed to Aoyama Yuga and said. Aoyama Yuga didn't know when he had already danced hip-hop. Jiro blushed again, and both earphones were tilted up high. Great, Jiro decided to participate, she said so. This refers to the feeling of the prisoner. Let's play live with Jiro's instrument. Toru Hagakure jumped up in front of Jiro with a happy expression on his face. Dance needs rhythm. In other words, it is rhythm. If only dance is not enough, the guests must be attracted by the outstanding sound. At this time, everyone's eyes were all looking at Jiro. Yes, if it comes to music. No, the instrument is so handsome, it's super handsome. Kaminari Denki leaned close to Jiro's face with a happy face, and said to her. No wonder I was so angry when I said you were great, Kaminari said suddenly. Wait a minute. Lays, Grape suddenly rushed out, pointing at everyone like Detective Conan. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. But since that's the case, I'll participate. Jiro suddenly firmed his eyes. To be honest, I think this interest is completely unattainable on the stage. I don't know if I can perform Sun in front of people. Jiro interlaced his hands, the headphones collided with each other and said. Jiro felt a little ashamed. This, Lee's good, is pure interest. Everyone is interested in Hero's activities. If it comes to music, this is the ability to bring smiles to people, it has nothing to do with Hero's activities. Are we Hero's people who bring joy to people? In addition to fighting, there is more to do what? Advertisement Chapter 444 Take the Bad Reason to the Cultural Festival. Advertisement, Bad Reason. Lagu, Million, and Masada came to the ward together. Before this, want to see Midori Valley? Suyu asked with a puzzled look in his eyes, touching his chin. The eraser still looked sleepy, staring at the classmates with unchanging eyes for thousands of years. Yes, Bad Reason is very concerned about Masada, Million, and Green Valley. And because this is the first request she made since she was hospitalized, we can't think of a reason for rejection. Eraser said. Lagu and Masada were both present, and Masada had many complicated emotions in his heart after hearing the Bad Ideals and meeting him. After all, and Lagu, too, was about to cry when he heard Bad Ideals and saw him. Then he said, now, are you okay? If you let Bad Ideals cause those unpleasant things, the nurse outside asked. He and the doctor were looking at the two people in the room. They were afraid of what would happen. Although the Bad Reason has been rescued from Harasaki's clutches, the horrible memories of so many years cannot be erased overnight. Especially because of her young age, if the scars in her heart are not healed in the 503 period of time, it is likely to become a shadow of her life. Although I am very worried about her running away, she should be fine now. She does not have enough energy to make her run away, the doctor said, looking at the nurse beside her. Just as he yawned too much, he naturally heard the sound of talking outside. However, he was not worried about the Bad Reason going away. If the Bad Reason went away, let him be responsible for subduing the Bad Reason. I touched Bad Lee's head too lightly, and he looked like he was enjoying it. Sorry, I've been busy lately, I didn't come to see you. Masada said. It's okay, big brothers have always missed you. I have brought a fruit basket. Is there any fruit that I like to eat? No, don't answer first, let me guess. Million touched his chin, began to think, and then said, is it a dragon fruit? Bad Reason shook his head. Banana, advertisement. The Bad Reason is still shaking his head. It's apple. Bad Reason said so. CDEI, yes, it's an apple. Million took out an apple from the fruit basket, and then quickly peeled it with a fruit knife and cut it into the shape of a bunny. Your name, is Deku? Bad Reason asked. For Bad Reason, look at Lagu Izuku, and Lagu Izuku touches the back of his head. Didn't she tell the bad name? Also, Igarashi Masada. Bad Reason looked at Masada, who was still touching Bad Reason's head. For many things, the Masada would like to thank you for Bad Reasons. I only know Mr. Million, and Mr. Igarashi Masada, so I'm sorry, I apologize for Bad Reason. Didn't the Bad Reason call out my name? The Bad Reason lowered his head and said, this is what I and others asked. There is also the man with glasses, everyone for saving me, thank you everyone. Because of my relationship, everyone has bad memories, as I said badly, tears seemed to come out of my eyes. Masada immediately sat on the hospital bed, embracing the Bad Reason in his arms. Good, don't cry for Bad Reason. Saving you is what Hero's should do. You are not wrong. The wrong is the person who hurt you. We will bring the person who hurt you to justice. Masada laughed like this. He gently touched the back of the bad reason and swallowed the bad reason, but did not cry. Because what we think in our hearts is, if there is nothing wrong with the bad reason, it will be fine. If there is nothing wrong with the bad reason, everyone is going to save the bad reason. Million laughed like this. Jung too let go of the bad reason. Million put his hand on the bad head, smiled brightly on his face. Then he said, everyone wants to see your smile, not fight to make you cry. So, bad reason, laugh. Jung Tai smiled slightly. The body is convulsed. Then the whole face wrinkled together. Wow, cried out. Advertisement, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. If it is because of me, so many people have sacrificed because of me, because I have someone died. There were tears in the bad reason's eyes. If it's because of me. Lagu suddenly remembered something and walked outside the door. Teacher, can we go out with bad reason for a day? Lagu asked directly. The eraser looking outside the door was startled, then looked up to the ceiling and said, actually, it's not bad. It's better to say that this child is looking for someone to adopt. That means, can I go out? Masada asked. Well, you can. The cultural festival can take her there, Masada continued to ask. It was only a moment for Masada to leave the room. He also wanted to do something for bad reasons. Cultural sacrifice? What is that? Asked inexplicably bad reason. Cultural festival is a large-scale celebration held in our school. In order to make many people have fun at school, there will be many shows and food. Maybe there will be a favorite apple. Million said so. There was saliva from the corners of the bad mouth, and his face looked like he liked it. Maybe there will be apple candies, the kind of delicious food that can make apples sweeter. Bad mouth corners drool longer, sweeter. Want to go? If you want to go, I will talk to the principal first. After all, this time the school celebration is not for outsiders to enter. You must report it first. The eraser made a phone call and quickly got permission. Let's go together, bad reason. Masada smiled and stretched out his hand. After that, bad reason put his hand on the hand of Masada and returned with a sweet smile. So, in the hospital, amidst laughter and laughter, several people decided to take the bad reason to a school celebration. Masada was also relieved. Thank you for the bad reasons. Chapter 445 Gentleman Advertisement, come, it's a new release. That guy is contributing again, but even now, I haven't found the slightest clue as to what this person is. Hurry up and find the source of the message, but we have been looking for it every time, and we have been fooled by them every time. Okay, don't say anything. If you ask you to find it, go and find it, said the police chief of the Doghead. Everyone, how do you feel today? I was a robber today. I have seen you. You appeared on various video sites, the famous shop that was robbed said. Put down the weapon. The hero, S, arrived in an instant. They raised their weapons with both hands and pointed them at the robbers, looking like he was about to kill them. Sorry, I don't have time to chat with you. Before Hero, S, arrives, I will put all the money in the bag. Of course, it would be better if you can organize the 1,000 yuan bills into bundles. Seeing Hero, S, coming over, the robber looked indifferent looking. Damn dare to ignore us. I didn't even notice that Hero, S, has come. The looter looked out the door. At this time, he pretended to have just noticed Hero, S. It's okay, gentlemen, don't worry, Labraba, will I still be because of the mere Hero, S, just. Hurry up and put down the weapons, there are more and more Hero, S, and it becomes a group of people outside the door. Lababa. I see, gentlemen. Cut off this paragraph. The gentleman raised his head slightly. Let's go outside, Lababa. Wait a minute, gentlemen, you forgot to take the money, said a voice. No, Labraba, that's their performance fee, Hero, S, performance fee. I want to stay in history. Yes, this is me, gentlemen. Advertisement, this is really serious about playing games. In the police station, the police chief Gouto saw the video like this. Everything just now is in the video. The number of broadcasts is not good enough. On the roof of a room, a girl with double ponytails and heavy dark circles said so. He looked at the phone and held the video recorder in his hand. Obviously today's gentleman is so good, why is it so? Sure enough, I have to accomplish an incredible cause. On the tall building, he was pouring tea with a teacup and tray in his left hand and a teapot in his right hand. He has a laid-back look, and his black cloak is dancing with the wind. Great cause, it means that action is an epic making torture, Labraba. I'm looking for a case that can make me even greater. The black tea splashed and the roof was very windy, and the girl named Lolita Labraba was splashed with the black tea. From the era of self-policing, all might, brave, have some people called Hero, S, in the history. However, there is another part of the people who dominate the legend. All for one, rare thieves, and the ability of the People's Liberation Army. These people also left their names in the history of criminals. Before the theorem, the chaotic era where Hero, S, and villains have not been demarcated, but the era of freedom has existed in reality. Everyone, meeting for the first time, I will bring you the romance that belongs to my geek, not bad. I am a gentleman, gentle criminal. Labraba, have you uploaded it yet? Gentlemen, the account has been eliminated again, so I re-uploaded the video from my debut. The morning coffee is replaced by the debut video. Gentlemen, you are really handsome. Lababa looked at Lababa with an admiring expression, while Lababa held the black tea high, with a happy face. Look like. Labraba, today's job is also very good. Then, let's go now and take today's video, but I have to wait for my Yuga to finish drinking this cup of black tea. The gentleman slanted his eyes and looked over. I am a gentleman, someone who uploads so-called criminal acts on the internet. But please don't make rash judgments, I didn't do it casually. The previous robbing of convenience stores was the #1 in the world and the #1 supermarket chain in the industry. It is distributed all over the country, and this #1 has a suspect. The soft pudding whose shelf life is about to end is sold with fake labels. The gentleman was talking to himself in front of the camera. Advertisement, for flowers, however, the head office pretended not to know about it and ignored it, trying to expose the matter through such behavior, and nothing was done. Yes, I will punish those who are not gentle enough. The gentleman pointed a white pose to the camera, and then said, I am a modern righteous thief, gentlemen. I'm so unwilling, gentlemen. What's the matter, Lababa? The gentleman asked. Because the video of that store hasn't risen much playback volume before, this society's vision is really bad. It is obvious that a gentleman is so powerful and so good. The little girl in Labraba's clothes looks like a little girl, looking at the gentleman with a grievance. Of course, he did not blame the gentleman, but was not appreciated by the world because the gentleman made such an excellent behavior. Point 0. Haha, always look for reasons from the outside, it won't grow up, Labraba. The gentleman bowed gently, it's like giving thanks to the video. However, Labraba jumped angrily and said, but, the gentleman has been an internet celebrity villain 6 years ago. But suddenly he was robbed of the limelight by a man named Stain, and that man the video is not reproduced by me. Now when you mention villains, it is all about the alliance of the enemy. It is sinister and dark, I really hate it, it's about to fly. Labraba, yes. Violent and radical behavior sometimes fascinates people, but those are really inconsistent with my style, said the gentleman. Moreover, they are indeed very powerful people. All their videos have received more than 10,000 comments. But, the gentleman opened his own video. The comment below says, only sanctions subtle incidents, what I did is too trivial to mention, too much editing, shoot Labraba. But I won't be discouraged, Labraba. The next project will definitely surpass all of these. The gentleman raised his head high. Great. Tell me, gentlemen, what is the next plan? Labraba raised the camera, again with a fanfare expression. The so-called great deeds are all questions of the times, making them the starting point of the topic center, and there is the next project, Jew. Chapter 446 Cool Lava. Advertisement in Xiangying's Class A. Everyone was still discussing the school celebrations intensively. I have learned piano and violin since I was a kid. This is one of hobbies and hobbies. It is also a study of etiquette. I wonder if there is anything I can do to help. Yayorozu Momo stood up and said. Now we are assigning duties for holding a carnival. The monitor decides to make use of everyone's quirk. If this is the case, Yayorozu Momo will be in charge of the keyboard. Jiro said. Synthesizer is an indispensable part of club music. It happens that Yayorozu Momo knows keyboards. If there is no one who knows this, it would be difficult to do it. Jiro added, with a smile on his face. Yayorozu Momo looked excited when he heard that he could help. On the other side, Ashido Mina looked embarrassed and said, Hey, isn't it just 503 for girls to dance together? Yayorozu Momo? Sorry, there seems to be more important things to be responsible for. Yayorozu Momo expressed an apologetic smile and apologized to Ashido Mina. Then I will be in charge of bass. Jiro said. Other musical instruments, if you have a lead singer, you still need someone to choose. Does other people simply dance? Someone asked. The monitor touched his chin, his eyes reflected in the sunlight. He said, yeah, but with just such a little content, can everyone cheer up? If everyone sees our show, it's boring. The squad leader also began to think about it like Midori Valley Izuku. So, you still have to add a choreographer, Ashido Mina said happily, and began to circle around, and soon turned to the front of the computer. Such as this spark, ribbon, and lens ball. On the computer, an image of a carnival party appeared. In the image, an astigmatic ball was spinning in the sky. The people below were all restless. To create a space atmosphere, you need a choreographer, Ashido Mina explained. If that's the case, it's okay to be like Disney, right? Toru Hagakuri said. No, it still needs to be interactive. Everyone can participate in the show together. I heard that we have already borrowed the gymnasium, Masada said, and he has been discussing school celebrations with everyone these days. Yes, Mr. Aizawa has already arranged it for us. Why don't I be the choreographer? Masada said. Is there any good suggestion for Mr. Masato? Ashido Mina said excitedly. For example, let Uraraka float both Bo and Kirishima, or let Kirishima chop up the ice. I can also make the whole stadium have a lava effect. Of course, it won't be very hot. Cool lava is also possible, Masada said. However, no one in the class can imagine what kind of lava the cool lava is. As for the others, Aoyama Yuga was hung from the ceiling to make a lens ball. Masada looked at Aoyama Yuga.
Advertisement. Aoyama Yuga looked dazed, as if a big question mark appeared above his head.
Lens ball? Okay. Aoyama Yuga did not refuse, but agreed instead. Actually agreed. Everyone was shocked and inexplicable. It was just a joke. In this case, it's basically said, I'll make the arrangement behind the scenes. By the way, I said before that I want to be the lead singer, isn't Jiro the lead singer? Come on, lead singer, I might be a hit. Grape was the first to recommend himself. I can be the lead singer on the ceiling. Aoyama Yuga did not let go of any chance to make herself shine. Although I don't know a musical instrument, I have confidence in singing, Kirishima said. Then, before they had time to stop, they didn't know where to take out the microphone. You, take it. Man, brother, love, Kirishima snarled at Mike Fung. The whole stadium was filled with a strong fraternity style. #Y#at Y%. I can't hear what Grape is singing at all. I only know that he roars very loudly. The people present blocked their ears when they heard the song of Grapes.
Ha, Aoyama Yuga also began to sing. This voice is falsetto.
I think we should let Jiro come. Toru Hagakure said, the last time Jiro taught me to sing in the room, he sang very well. Wait a minute, don't increase the difficulty. A microphone was handed to Jiro.
Masada said, when I was in KTV before, wasn't Jiro still Maba? I think Jiro sings very well.
I don't even care about the cry from our souls. How are you singing? Grape was grieved. I want to hear Jiro's singing, come on one, Kirishima smiled. The voice rose softly. A beautiful singing sigh was around everyone's ears, and Jiro opened the singing voice. Tianyin. It's different from what I heard last time. It's really good, advertisement, wow, my ears are so happy, I really like this sound. Ah, that's it, Jiro immediately stopped singing with a blushing face. There are guitars, I want to arrange too, Jiro said so. I come. Someone raised his hand again. The trio, Denki, Grape, and Aoyama Yuga.
Aoyama Yuga never let go of any chance to show off.
I'm coming. I want to play a musical instrument, I feel so handsome, Kaminari Denki said. What makes you want to play? Are you motivated? Bakugo said fiercely.
Denki looked at him blankly and said, some and some.
Tokiyami said so, come on cultural festival. However, due to the insufficient height of the grapes, the guitar cannot be used at all. Tokiyami, how can you make such a sad gun sound? Let's dance. Sugar said. Tail 4.8 by also said, me too, my tail is very flexible. Tokiyami walked over and picked up the guitar. It's boring. The cultural festival is almost over. My nails are broken. Grape almost shut himself down. The guitar is the highlight of the band, right? Denki picked up the guitar. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Mineta, if the dance is made into the Mineta harem, will you come? Ashido Mina came over quietly, putting it in Grape's ear and said. Pick up gently. You can actually play the guitar. Why don't you say? Then I use tape to decorate the environment, Shiro Honda said. Grapes also picked up a handful. Mineta, do you want to give up? If you give up, I will take your share and play it down. Feel free to D chapter 447 The Trick of One for All. Advertisement. The division of labor for cultural festivals has been decided. Ida's eyes are bloodshot, and he finally decided to divide the cultural festival. The choreographer team. Igarashi Masada, Shoto Todoroki, Aoyama Yuga, Kirishima, and Kota Koji. Band group. Jiro, Tokiyami, Denki, Bakugo, and Yayorozu Momo. Dancing group. Midori Valley, Ida, Ashido Mina, Grape, Uraraka, Ojiro, Sugar, Aoyama Yuga, Toru Hagakure, Tsuyu, Shoji Mezzo. Speaking of Chingshan Yuga is in the choreography group and in the dance group. I heard that the program that Class A will hold is similar to a concert, All Might said over a cup of tea. Yes, but I will be very busy next time. Green Valley Izuku drank tea and reported with All Might. So, is there anything you want to discuss now? It feels like we haven't been alone like this for a long time. All Might said so, took a sip of the tea in the cup, and looked at Legu kindly. I used to force 20% of my strength in off-campus activities. Although the load was heavy and it could only take a short time, I still couldn't win. My actions were seen through. Legu was a little helpless, said the complaint. I can't do anything about long-range attacks. I have thought about this problem myself, but I don't know how to deal with it and how to fight now that I can't use 100% ability. After Lu Jiyu was silent for a while, he added another sentence. I can't always wait for Masada to come to rescue every time, always wait for other hero, S. To rescue hero, S. What kind of hero, S. I want to become stronger, Legu clenched his fists. LVGU boy, don't compare Masada to you. He is a monster at all. Even I can't see his strength. All Might gently touched LVGU's head and comforted. Then he said, if you encounter such a bottleneck, I can only say one thing, if you encounter villains attacking from a long distance, you can also use the move of a long-range attack.
Zheng Tai raised his head and looked at All Might. All Might's eyes were so serious.
I have nothing else to tell you. All Might took another sip of tea. I also want to quickly use the power like All Might, which can change the weather. Lu Legu touched his chin and thought. Indeed, the power of All Might can squeeze out a powerful punch. I thought about it a lot, and I thought about it a lot for you. Why don't we talk in another place? All Might said. Two people came to the Greenbelt area. Here, use 20% of one for all? Legu asked in confusion. Yes, full coverage Ofa. All Might said affirmatively. But I just said that once I use 20% of my strength, my whole body will creak, and I won't be able to move anything soon, so I am still working hard to exercise, Legu said.
Advertisement. He was still hesitating. However, All Might suddenly yelled and said, don't worry about that much. Come on, full coverage.
In an instant, Lugu's body was completely covered with Ofa, and all of a sudden the whole body was full of red stripes. Maintain that state, keep attacking from that location, All Might pointed. Legu frowned. He started punching, boom. With a punch, there was a wave of air that spread out, and that wave of air hit the tree, actually making a big mark on the tree.
Actually, I will tell you when you can use the full coverage of 15% status, but you can already use 20% now. You didn't notice this in the previous battle. Maybe you were just in a blindly defensive state, but your current body can already release wind pressure without damaging it.
Green Valley still maintains full coverage, and it is difficult to move all over. You have to think about your journey. Legu began to think about the journey after he obtained Ofa. First, part of his body can use 100% of its power. Then control the output of that part, and then become the output of the whole body, until it becomes the state that can maintain the long-term activation Ofa. Later, a shot was developed and the upper limit was increased from 5% to 8%. And now, you can barely use 20% of your power directly. All Might raised his hands high and said, and the essence of this time. It's not always maintained at 100%, Green Valley suddenly interrupted. All Might was a little surprised, Legu realized so quickly. If All Might's gestures are 100% complete, there will be a storm around at any time, and his movement speed will always be fast, so it should be like this. Lugu's mind is constantly circling his own force growth process, and the answer is ready to come out. Combine these points. At the moment of exerting force, use the greatest strength you can use, Legu said the answer. It's simple to say, but to use the force closest to the limit of your body in an instant requires more precise control than before, All Might said. Lu Jiyu looked at his hands and said, just practice and use the most flexible part of the body. Advertisement, you can move to a further stage, Legu looked at his finger. The fingers are naturally the most flexible part. Outside Shangying School. Okay, here we are. Welcome to Shangying High School, 503 million said to Lori next to him. This lowly is not someone else, it is Bad Reason. We're here. He looked at Shangying's door, a little scared. But there was some joy. Today is Saturday. Saturday, doesn't it mean rest? The song is decided. Let's work hard. Give me murderous training. Bakugo began to roar. Green Valley, that's not right, it should be more vigorous, the rock of the rock dances look. What are you talking about? Green Valley was a little confused. And on the planning team, Masada is also in a state of desperation. Compared with fighting, things in this area are more troublesome. That's it, that's a good idea. Shoto Todoroki looked at the computer and pointed out the above solution. If possible, then recommend some with the dance team. But in that case, will there be insufficient manpower? Kirishima retorted. It seems that no one has discovered Million hiding in the grove. Senior pass. Masada discovered Million. Million was found and could only come out. I knew it would be hidden in the grass with quirk. Chapter 448 The Dark Side of Shangying Advertisement. Bad reason. It's actually a small bad reason, even the bad reason is coming. The crowd of Class A gathered together, and then looked at the bad reason with a look of affection. The bad reason is that I wore a short skirt and a small sling today, which is indescribably cute. And Million got out of the bushes, saying that it got out, but in fact it only got out of a butt. Million laughed and said, there are peaches growing here. Is this an international silly joke? Legu and the others were sweating and said they couldn't laugh. The little skirt is great, Green Valley exclaimed. Masada also came over and touched Bad Lee's head lightly and said, Bad Lee is great today. This child, is it the child of the senior Tong? A class and other students are in a state of confusion, after all, they have never seen a small evil. Yeah, Bad Reason is cute, Uraraka raised his hand. Suyu also looked happy at the Bad Reason. The principal approved the Bad Reason, so don't worry, the teacher said to Legu. Bad Reason hides behind Million quietly, with a shy look. I was afraid that the cultural festival would suddenly scare her and cause her panic, so I took her to adapt to the environment first, Million said. Bad Reason, was it the kid in that extra school activity? My name is Iida Ida, please advise, Million said solemnly to the Bad Reason. Looking forward to you in 10 years' time, he. Grape looked thief and looked bad. The Bad Reason hides deeper, He almost buried his head behind Million. Next, I'm going to take a little bad idea around the school, Mr. Green Valley, and Mr. Masada, do you want to be together? Million said. Lagoon nodded, and Masada also said that there was no problem. There's something for the dance team. The bad reason is coming. Kirishima, who came out of the door, immediately smiled when he saw the bad reason. Masada looked at the bad reason and leaned down and smiled at the bad reason. Hello, although today is a break, because of the boarding system, there are still many people preparing for the school anniversary at the school. Million said to the bad reason. Advertisement, isn't this Million? The third grade classmate saw Million with a shocked expression. You actually have a baby. They looked at Million with a stupefied expression, completely frightened. Million smiled at them, without expressing anything. Hey, it's not right. You should explain it. The two people were even more panicked when they saw Million without saying a word. Forget it, let's not joking, this year's class is very good, you must come. It was the third year business department. They distributed a flyer to Masada, Lagu and Million. Walking into the campus, there is a lively scene, all kinds of people, all kinds of quirks, and all kinds of shops in preparation. Flyers are going to be posted there. Lagu walked over and said, if you don't mind, let me help. Idiot, don't make yourself busy, let's accompany the bad reason first, Masada complained. There is still a month left, everyone is so anxious, so I can't help but become anxious. Lagu touched his heart and said. He wants to help when he sees someone in difficulty, which has almost become his habit. They all want to launch something more powerful than last year. They all have the determination that this year's self is better than last year's, Million said. Jung Tai also nodded, but he did not speak. Suddenly, a bony dragon head stretched out. Wow. Lagu was taken aback. Sorry, it's Green Valley from Group A. Ouch, you actually have time to make soy sauce here. This sentence was undoubtedly said by the poisonous man in Class B. Are you okay with Bad Reason? Masada looked at Bad Reason, she was a little worried about being frightened by Bad Reason. I heard that you were going to have a concert? Is this okay? To be honest, this time Class B is better than your Class A. Romeo and Juliet, and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Return the King, a purely original and luxurious script produced by Class B. A super magnificent and luxurious fantasy drama, said the other party. I think you are still ready to be eaten and wiped by Class B. Wow, a handkerchief to use when crying. Boom. A stick fell on his head. I'm sorry, but I can't hold him because Kantang is not there. Usually they appeared with Mr. Wujian. Lu Jiyu looked around and began to look for Fist Tang. She's going to a different place this time. Advertisement. She's going to the beauty contest, this is forcibly signed up. The person who knocked the faint room explained. Although it's not a schoolroom, but let's all go and cheer, bye. The teacher didn't mention the beauty contest at all. Lagu was a little dazed. Masada interrupted suddenly. Actually, I saw it. Then why don't you say it? Because no one asked, Masada said. Suddenly the whole atmosphere cooled down. Suddenly let you see the bad side of Shangying, little Bad Reason, Million said. What? Bad Reason was a little confused. Million was talking about the poisonous tongue between objects, but the Bad Reason was completely unaware of the other's poisonous tongue. Speaking of beauty contests, that person is also very motivated this year. That person? Lagu asked. Should I be talking about Wasanaki-senpai? Masada said. The four people came to the preparation room. Populous Luawan-senpai was in the preparation room. She saw the Bad Reason and said, Hey, why is the little Bad Reason here? It's incredible. Why, so happy? Sure enough, spiral scrolls are more suitable than sexy or cute ones. When the photographer saw the spiral scrolls, he immediately felt that his heart was healed. Li's Zhao. That's why I lost last year, another person trying on clothes said. Quirk is gorgeous and looks very beautiful. Will such seniors lose? Lagu felt a little weird. Yes, listen to me, are you listening? Said Luo Wan. Every year, I can't win, there is a very good kid, said Wu Sulawan. The overlord of the beauty pageant, the gorgeous classmate of the support department of Class G in the third year. It's amazing, Lu Jiyu said in surprise. This year, because the one who appeared in the advertisement retired and added a wave of hidden fans to the Kendo Student Association to participate in the election, the Wushu students are also very motivated, Tiangu said. Just trying to perform in front of so many people will make my stomach hurt. The more Tianjiyu said, the more depressed. In the beginning, I only tried to participate when I was said by Yu Gong. The result was very interesting, so I was not reconciled, said Luo Wan Senpai. Chapter 449 Prepare Advertisement. This is the last one, so this year I must take the first place, said Luo Wan. She is like a goddess, exuding a bright smile, which is as healing as water. The people present suddenly felt as if they were cured. Masada couldn't help but smile slightly when she saw the smile of Luo Wan. Beautiful girls always heal people when they laugh. Then next the four people visited the preparation hall of the beauty pageant, and then came to the support section. The products of the support division are very eye-catching every year. Hatsume Mei suddenly appeared. Yes, Cultural Festival is a stage to support the University of Science and Technology. Wow, Hatsume Mei classmate, super cute baby, number 202, Hatsume Mei suddenly appeared. You are all dirty. Green Valley looked at Hatsume Mei's dirty body. It's a waste of time to take a bath, Hatsume Mei said. Behind Hatsume Mei is a huge robot. That's amazing. Lu Gu's eyes widened. The ideas came out one after another, so happy. Hatsume Mei was happily spinning around. Then he stuck to his baby's robot and said, although the sports festival is a second-level display opportunity, this time we will be the protagonist 507. There will be more companies carefully observing me and my children. I want to make them all competitive guys. Hatsume Mei said so, and then put on his helmet. By the way, how do you use the steel-soled shoes? Tell me if you have any questions, Hatsume Mei said. Lu Jiyu nodded, and Masada nodded too. He doesn't have any equipment that he needs, and now his strength level does not need equipment. Boom. A huge explosion sounded. Suddenly the huge robot exploded suddenly. Hatsume Mei looked at her robot with a shocked expression on her face. Hatsume Mei, sorry, let's go first. Lagu pulled Masatahe Tongxing and ran. Advertisement in Masada pulls the bad reason to prevent her from falling behind. After walking around for a long time, 4 people arrived at the restaurant, and 1 person drank a big glass of juice. It felt cute. And Million sat beside her, looking at her like an old father. Jung couldn't help rubbing his soft head. How? Are you used to it? Masada asked. Not very clear, said hesitantly. But there are a lot of people of all kinds who are cheering on, so I'm very curious about what it will be like. Said Bad Reason. She looked very serious. That's the so-called excitement. A voice came out. Lagu and Wanwan looked towards the voice. Only Masada didn't look there. Koikaka, the principal, is gnawing a piece of cheese fiercely. Mr. Principal. It seems very meaningful. I'm eating cheese. Although Masada was not surprised by their appearance, she still didn't dare to compliment the principal's way of eating. The cultural festival is about to start, and I am also very excited. Many students are working hard to prepare for the program, and they are happy, but also to make everyone happy. Mr. Principal wiped his mouth and said. After all, it's not all smooth sailing on the police side, said Teacher Midnight, who was sitting next to the principal. Then I will go ahead. Mr. Principal left the table. Before that, the principal's office. Cultural sacrifice, you will be safer, Mr. Principal. I didn't expect the chief of the Metropolitan Police Department to visit him in person. Now that the villains are increasing, and the hero, S, is not stable, if something happens to the Shangying Key, the car will not be stopped next. So let's avoid the risk and train the reserve army quietly. The chief of the Metropolitan Police Department said so. How come? We are thinking about what kind of activities the students need, and I will do my best to make all-out preparations, so please don't give me any more instructions for a darker future. Mr. Principal bowed deeply. CDEI. The condition is that the security measures are further strengthened, and if the alarm is sounded, even if it is a false alarm, the activity will be terminated immediately and the evacuation operation will be carried out. Teacher Midnight is explaining to the Green Valley 4 what happened to the principal in the past few days. I can't say in detail, but the principal has worked very hard. This is the result of fighting with the boss. Of course, this is to prevent this kind of thing from happening. We have also done enough security work to release the hound teacher around the school. Advertisement. It's a bit too much to release. Masada couldn't help but complain. Don't talk about it. Teacher Midnight changed a smile. The programs of Class A have become a topic for the staff. Come on, youth. Mr. Deku, what are you going to do? Asked Badly. I will try my best to make Little Bad Reason happy, Green Valley said. We'll all make Little Bad Lee happy together. Masada added and rubbed the bad head lightly. We are dancing and playing. I dance, Green Valley said. I'm planning. Masada pointed to himself with a smile on his face. Regarding the cute Bad Reason, Masada will not have any haze to face her. When I just started, I was going to transform from a dancer into a lens ball. Sorry, the break is almost over, I'm going back. Green Valley said so, and then left back. Hope you help me get off the dance floor at the same time. In other words, expulsion refers to being cut from appearance. Lagu was a little speechless. We want Aoyama Yuga to spread all over the audience, but we don't have such a big installation, so we have to split the manpower. This is the program that our Class A decided together. You have to watch it. You were fired. But to be precise, the choreographing team poached you away. Because there was not enough manpower. Ashido Mina explained. For example, no matter how powerful the performance is, the audience will be accustomed to watching it. The moment when Aoyama Yuga becomes a lens ball is interesting. After a minute, no one cares anymore. It is similar to a trick that makes people laugh. Kirishima explained. A week later, you can also take the opportunity to control the range of the new trick, the belly button laser, so it's a commissioner set up for me, Aoyama Yuga said. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. I also told the Little Bad Reason that I want to dance. Ah, Lu Ji-yu looked shocked. Why me? Lugu was a little speechless. Then I said goodbye. Masada said. Me too, I have to go back to plan the show. Green Valley, you have been fired, Sorry for making you practice for nothing, but I still hope to ask you. We want to make the performance better. Chapter 450 Bullet Advertisement. If you appear on the stage, it's not a lie to the little bad reason, right? Lugu thought, touching his head.
If it's to make the performance better, I can. Lugu said so. His voice was full of positive energy.
Grateful. Thank you, you are such a man. Very good, Green Valley, Masada said. Lugu's face was red. After school, just practice or have a meeting like this. There is not much time until the official performance, and the practice of Green Valley is still going on. It hurts. Lugu controlled his quirk, using 20% of his power in an instant after practicing again and again. Is it difficult to use it continuously or to act on the side? All Might is supervising the activities of Green Valley, and Green Valley is exercising, which is also in his training obligations. By 507, actually Lugu is his successor. Internal bleeding, just use this ice pack. All Might handed Lugu an ice pack. Basically, they are all the moves that I have been doing all the time. I have no problem with these, but it is a bit difficult to raise the strength to a level close to the limit. Any trick? Green Valley asked All Might. I don't know, because I can use 100% accidentally and quickly. All I can say is the idea that I said at the beginning, and only this. Fix your imagination, remember your feelings with your skin, and practice again and again, nothing more. It's the same starting from quirkless, but there's a world of difference, Green Valley murmured. Sure enough, All Might feels like a genius. He is a natural hero, through and through. Call out. Behind All Might, a ball flew over. All Might's left hand is horizontal, the muscle mode is displayed, and the ball is directly caught.
Sorry, I didn't get hurt. Hatsume Mei. Lugu looked back.
Why is it not so good if she sees her words early in the morning? Lugu thought.
I occasionally come here to test the baby, thank you, this child is a small third eye. Hatsume Mei said.
Advertisement, by the way, Mr. Lugu, the new item you asked me to make before happens to have a baby that is similar to the quirk. I am transforming it into your style and will give it to you as soon as the application is approved. Hatsume Mei say so. Hey, I seem to say that you can give it to me after the cultural festival is over. The painter can also paint when he is resting. It doesn't take much time for the original things, Hatsume Mei said. Lugu bowed to her and said, that's really, thank you so much. Props. Steel-soled shoes? No, I actually want to use this new trick as a test. Green Valley replied. That's it, I have tried it before. All my wear support props? I haven't heard of it. A device with only 20% to 30% strength is also very heavy. If the medium distance is the main one, it can barely pass. For people like us who focus on close combat, it will be broken in a moment and will not be useful, All Might explained. In the end, I didn't wear anything at all, and I fought with this body. So that's it. Lugu said. It's a great idea to strengthen yourself with props, but remember not to rely too much on props. I have seen many heroes who can't exert their power because of the loss of props. All Might persuaded. Yes, okay, then let's make a good idea first. There is a feeling of nostalgia, just now, canteen. So tired, what are you playing around, follow me. No, I will be confused if you suddenly arrange the music. Kaminari was arguing with Bakugo. Jiro's teaching is also very professional. Kaminari, a layman, concord even after learning for a week. Nothing. Faced with Yayorozu Momo's praise, Jiro said modestly. By the way, today's tea is delicious. Jiro smelled a scent on his nose. Can you smell it? It's the magic black tea sent to me by my mother, let's drink it together, Yayorozu Momo said, taking out a box of black tea. Although I don't understand, but I have always thanked you, although I don't understand, middle class. The classmates began to cheer. Yayorozu Momo started to jump for joy. Shota-kun, are you here for tea? Uraraka asked. Masada walked over and took the black tea from Uraraka's hand. Thank you. Advertisement. But it seems that the condition of Green Valley is not very good. Masada looked at Green Valley. At this time, Lugu was in a state of madness, and his eyes were bloodshot. All Might's props, All Might with props, that's awful. When will you drink what kind of black tea? A voice came from the video. The video of black tea? What a coincidence. Uraraka walked to Lugu with the black tea. Before and after work, I will definitely drink it, and will choose the brand according to the scale. This is premium black tea, Roya Flash, do you know what this means? A gentleman who knows the difference between various teas, does it mean that he is handsome? But, gentlemen, is it really good that even promising children are involved? Then, the gentleman began to tell Lababa about the criminal process that was about to be carried out. Okay, let's confirm the route. Lababa, open it, criminal files. Is this person famous? The evaluation rate is so cruel? Well, Labraba, dissatisfaction and anxiety about heroes are everywhere these days, all because they are not useful. So short. That is, the crisis awareness is too low. The evidence is that they still want to hold cultural sacrifices in today's world, the gentleman said. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Labraba was fascinated by the gentleman and looked at the gentleman with a look of admiration and said, "So I was worrying about them, the gentleman is so handsome." It is natural to prepare for the foreseeable situation. What they lack in 4.8 is preparation for unexpected situations, the gentleman said. Labraba, this is a wake-up call. My invasion will make the reserve army stronger. I only know vaguely. He is a messy villain, and he is famous in some areas. Anyway, the public video hasn't been caught yet. This is very powerful, Green Valley explained. Gentlemen, it's okay. I haven't had a tea break for a week, are you okay? Sorry I added the lock, I want to click on that, can't open. The next video will sound the alarm for everyone in front of the screen and the whole society, so stay tuned. The video was closed after this. I don't know what to do next time. Chapter 451 The Eve of Cultural Festival. Advertisement. At 5 o'clock that morning, this tangling street will be the street with the least traffic volume of Hero's office. From the small road of this street to Shangying. I entered the small road and arrived at the residential area. I investigated the surrounding houses in advance and chose a route that no one walked around late at night. No need to quirk, Lababa asked, because there is a Hero's patrolling the air. Go a little further and you will arrive at a large natural park. It is very simple. Just avoid the homeless. You will be happy when you walk out of the park. It will take about 60 to 65 minutes to proceed quietly here. Ahead, can you see it? There is an old house behind the life center. This old house is a coffee shop. Don't you drink tea outside as usual? It's too dangerous, Lababa said. The manager in his 70s is busy alone. It is difficult to see that it is a shop, and there are only 5 to 6 regular customers. But Labraba, I have to drink tea here. Because this shop has magical black tea. Don't you think it fits 23's job this time? The gentleman said solemnly. Great, Labraba admired. And because the store manager is getting older, he will open at 7 o'clock in the morning. I waited in the park. After opening the store, I have 90 minutes for tea. Different from the usual investigations, you were very careful, gentlemen, Lababa said. Then I entered the path and walked through the construction site. There was a hill surrounded by forest behind me. I climbed the hill. The gentleman continued. It's Shangying. Hounds who are good at finding enemies may be sent to guard. When they arrive in the forest, they will be covered with mud and leaves to cover the smell. The key is that they are equipped with the sensory detection security system known as the strongest barrier in Shangying. The gentlemen say so. It is impossible to invade without a special pass that covers the entire broad campus. So, it's my turn to appear, gentlemen, invaded Shangying's internal network and secretly invalidated the detector. After all, I am a professional hacker. Lababa said so. I really have a great partner, Labraba, thank you so much, said the gentleman. When the gentleman said so, Labraba went around happily. Don't be such a gentleman, I like gentlemen best, Labraba said happily. Once, Labraba, I'm serious. For my dream, I learned a technical video debut that I am not good at, but no one wants to take a look at me, and the occasional comments I receive are just cold words. Teached a lesson to a bad trader, play number 56. Advertisement, it's been a month. The gentleman clicked on his own video. I can't control my feelings. I checked your address. I like you very much. I will help you keep your name in history. The encounter of fate, Labraba appeared at the door of the gentleman's house for the first time. When the gentleman opened the door, he saw Labraba with luggage on his back. To be honest, I was scared at first, afraid of gains and incontinence, but then we edited and planned together, and my videos were gradually watched. Labraba, I bet my proud beard and soul on this case, the gentleman said loudly. In order to live up to society, live up to everyone, live up to my dreams, and your support. Labraba was so moved that she cried into tears. Gentlemen, Labraba rushed forward and crashed into the gentleman's arms. She cried loudly, I like you the most, criminal gentleman. Labraba burst into tears. Me too, Labraba. I will succeed, for sure, the eve of cultural festival. Everyone is making preparations, and Masada is also preparing for the school's anniversary day after day. This time Masada felt the joy of participating in the planning. Unlike the usual battles, the planning was more brainstorming, but it was also happier. There are interactions with classmates. I was so relaxed, I haven't been fighting for a long time. But also because of this, it is very comfortable, I felt really tired before. It would be great if such a leisurely day can be extended indefinitely. Masada, who has experienced many things, only hopes that things in the world can be as good as they are now. Let's confirm it again. It's about to close, Green Valley. Your movements are not strong enough. Remember to use force, use force. Then Aoyama goes to the middle, and Midori Valley exits. Ashido Mina is arranging and directing. I was worried at the beginning that we were two amateurs, a classmate said. The band and dance nowadays are much better than the layman, and Ashido is also a devil coach. Because you like it so strict, the declaration of killing Shangying with sound inspired not only the band. Advertisement, I got nervous, Yayorozu Momo said. She was really nervous. Don't improvise suddenly when the performance starts officially, Jiro said to Bakugo. What? Because someone will be confused. Why are you thorny? Kaminari complained. Kaminari, you are not alone.
Tokiyami said. Then Midori Valley moved from the edge of the stage to the roof, fixing Aoyama in place. Hanged up with a rope.
Next, oh, let's get out at once. However, the duo can't sleep. Kaminari and Grape are still caring. Under Masada's control, the lava gradually became cooler. It's 9 o'clock already. It's 9 o'clock already. The students have to go back before 9 o'clock. Suddenly Hero, S, came in and urged the class A507 to go back. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. I don't know if I can make everyone happy. Sleep again, and at 9 o'clock in the morning, the cultural festival will begin. Can't sleep. Can't sleep. No, everyone shook their heads, jokingly touching the lava with their hands. Masada was also idle on the last day, and began to play with the lava in his hands. Quiet. Someone is already asleep, Ashido Mina yelled. I don't know what magical changes he made, which is very unbelievable. Hey, aren't you ashamed? Kaminari Denki pointed to this side and said. Everyone can't understand at all, whether Masada's quirk is a lava quirk. Masada looked at many people looking at him, so he stretched out the lava and said, would you like to touch it? It's very cool.
Don't think about that problem anymore, Jiro said.
It's not the same thing as that. Jiro turned his head back, his face flushed slightly. It's shy and fearful, the worst. Since I'm on the stage, I'm going to be happy to the end. Jiro looked at the headphones in his ear and said. Chapter 452 Beat 'em advertisement, the rope is frayed. Wow, do you use it too often during practice? Isn't this proof of our friendship? Well, it's not right, it's dangerous, I'm sorry I didn't notice. Lagu began to fiddle with the rope.
And Kaminari directly proposed behind him, saying, let Yaoyorozu make one.
Yaoyorozu Wan has fallen asleep. Don't use her as a convenient tool, Ashido Mina murmured like this.
After hearing this, Kaminari pointed to himself, and said with a little surprise, don't you always use me as a power bank?
Unfair, unfair. I have not been used as a heater, Masada said. No one will burn in lava. Boys are despised every day, right? Said Grape. I'm going to buy it early tomorrow, and I want to exercise in the morning. I also want to buy something by the way. No, we start at 10 o'clock, shops usually open at 9 o'clock.
Life Supermarket, which is 15 minutes away from Shangying, should open at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's still in a hurry. Kaminari Denki said. It's almost time to sleep. Ashido Mina said. Then, tomorrow should be a concerted effort. But tonight, let's come to the stay up group first. Hiroshima touched his fists and said.
It must be successful. Oh, the day of the cultural festival.
Hatsume Mei ran up with a gray face, she couldn't tell that she was human at all.
Mr. Lagu. You really are here, classmate Hatsume Mei? Lu Jiyu looked back, but saw that Hatsume Mei was like a black man. Hello. HMPH, it's all dark circles and dirt, I know, you will come as usual today. I will prepare the things you asked for, now I will give it to you. Hatsume Mei said, and then handed the things in her hands. The Green Valley. Although Hatsume Mei was dirty, the gloves she took out were all bright and new, and there was no way to see the dirty look at all.
2 gloves with a hard alloy on the outside. Lugu was taken aback when he saw this glove, and then said in surprise, it's amazing. What a handsome glove.
You can give it to me after the cultural festival. I'm going to sleep for 36 hours after it's over. Advertisement All Might got the glove and carefully examined the structure of the glove. A device that only matches 20 to 30% of the power is also very heavy. Can you make such an exquisite thing now? All Might looked at the glove and asked in surprise. The design is also in line with the style of the combat uniform, and it is a good designer to complete all the needs of the customer at one time. Lagu put on the gloves directly, with a happy expression on his face. So happy, thank you so much, so I can do what I want to do. Lagu said while looking at the glove. Masada stood behind the tree and looked at Green Valley. He was also very pleased to see the growth of Green Valley. Masada also hopes that someone can grow up, rival herself, and protect the world together. Here is the instruction manual, that's it, goodbye. Hatsume Mei dropped this sentence and left. All Might raised his fist and said, come and try. With a punch, the wind shattered the trees. Not good, not good. It took some time to get used to this glove. As a result, the practice didn't come in time, so I can't forget my student ID. Lagu hurried back. I thought there should be a convenience store, but some places didn't. It was a waste of time. Green Valley hurried back. He finally bought the rope at this time. However, at this moment, in front of Lagu, 2 people in white clothes suddenly appeared. Masada stood on the roof and looked at Lagu and these 2 people with interest. It was undoubtedly a gentleman and Lababa in disguise that Lagu met. However, Lagu didn't recognize them at all, just passed by in a hurry. A smile appeared on Jung Tai's face, and he naturally saw the disguise of these 2 men. However, Masada did not intend to intervene. After so many things, Masada knew that the flowers in the greenhouse could not thrive, so Masada planned to leave this incident to them. So Masada didn't make a move, but chose to pretend to be a passerby. Let's go, honey, the gentleman said, taking Lababa's hand. Legu looked at the coffee shop on the side and said, "Is that a coffee shop? I don't even know." The gentleman hurriedly turned his head and looked at Green Valley. People who don't know what Gold Tips Imperial is will not have this idea. Do you know this well? You are outstanding at a young age. The gentleman turned his head and stretched out his arms to talk to Legu. Advertisement, I didn't know, it was because a friend had soaked it for me, I just knew it. Legu looked a little sluggish, wondering what the person in front of him was going crazy. Oh, such a noble friend, worthy of praise. Noble friend? Elite? No, this child is Shangying. You have a good friend. This voice, black tea, a good friend. At this time, both Legu and the gentleman noticed the abnormality. Legu began to remember. It is said that it is the black tea of Phantom. Yaoyorozu Wan classmate, then I'm welcome. I will select the brand according to the scale of work, and it will sound the alarm to everyone in front of the screen, and even the whole society. Memories surfaced in Lugu's mind. The person in front of him vaguely overlapped with the person in his memory. I couldn't help but utter a few more words about the topic of black tea. I remember, the kid Lababa began to remember. No, don't make trouble anymore. Don't take action against Shangying. Please wait, are you that repeat offender? Li's Zhao? What Teacher Midnight had said in Lugu's mind. Once the alarm goes off, stop immediately. However, the Masada on the roof was holding her belly and laughing until her stomach hurts. You don't have to blame yourself, gentlemen. This is helpless. But this boy reacted very quickly, the gentleman said. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Legu sank. Labraba, turn the camera around. The gentleman no longer hides his identity. There are almost no offices near Shangying, so you can't expect rescue, or ask the people in the store to call the police. Legu muttered to himself. I watched the video. Green Valley put things down. No, I'm going to beat him here. The gentleman noticed something wrong. Green Valley looked around. There were no pedestrians on the road on Saturday morning. It's too late. What do you mean? The gentleman pulled off his mask. Lugu's eyes sank. Chapter 453 Green Valley vs. Gentleman. Advertisement. The schedule has changed, Labraba. Next, no matter what happens, don't stop recording. Of course a gentleman. Lababa raised the camera. But, are you going to go to war here? Is this idea really okay? Labraba worried.
Everyone, the geek romance is about to start, please open your eyes and see clearly. I am the gentleman who saves the world and the righteous thief. Criminal gentleman.
The schedule has changed, now let me give a brief introduction in the dilemma as usual. This issue is, sneak into Shangying and have a look. Legu couldn't help but vomit. It's so vulgar. Masada laughed and convulsed on the roof.
Don't want to succeed. Green Valley's feet used force, directly violent, the ground shattered, and rushed directly towards the gentleman.
Give elasticity to things you touch, even when you touch the air. The gentleman touched the air in front of him lightly. Green Valley impacted forward but hit the elastic air. He was directly bombed far, far away. As a gentleman, I don't like violence either. It's been too violent, gentlemen. Green Valley was shot far away and fell to the ground. I'm still in panic and confusion, Labraba. In other words, that level of power and speed is much more terrifying than the appearance of 510. I'm sorry, the boy, I will go. Since I apologize, don't destroy the school. Lu Jiyu bounced directly on the ground with both hands. Masada was watching from the roof, wow aloud. I have to say that Green Valley has also grown a lot. That's not good, gentlemen. Trampoline. The gentleman touched his hand to the ground, and Green Valley bounced high when he stepped on the ground. When I was a student, I was also very keen on activities. You probably poured a lot of affection into it, but it was still not as good as my beard and soul. The gentleman looked at the sky and thought so. This plan will be a big step towards the legend, or please don't hinder me. Jump. The gentleman bounced high and went straight up into the sky. Gentlemen, I remember, that kid is Midoriya Izuku-kun, a crazy boy who broke his hand while fighting at the sports festival. Crazy? It shouldn't be involved. Before he calls someone, let's execute the plan, said the gentleman. Advertisement. Everyone, sneak into Shangying to take a look, and you're about to enter TA. You probably put a lot of emotion into it, the gentleman said to Green Valley. The Green Valley, CDEI, is still floating in the sky at this moment. Masada stretched out his hand and wanted to help Masada come down. But then he retracted his hand again, should not rely on external forces. Sorry, the break is almost over, I should go back. Legu remembered that before the cultural festival, he played with Bad Reasons. Well, I will look forward to it, said Bad Reason. Is Green Valley leaving? Sorry, I still have to practice. After the performance of Mr. Green Valley that day, the three of us will go shopping together. Mr. Green Valley, Mr. Million. Bad Reason said with his head down. I'm looking forward to it. Green Valley, you sometimes jot down notes, how do you write them? Jiro asked during get out of class time. Does Jiro have any hero, that interests me? No. I want to ask about the way your notes are organized. I want to make the main points easier to read, but there is too much writing and it's messy. Are all the suggestions to the members written by classmate Jiro? Green Valley opened a notebook, and Jiro's notebook was full. It's amazing, everyone will be happy, just to make everyone say that, I work hard, Jiro said. Before I thought everyone would think my interest was useless, so I am working hard now. Tokiyami, didn't you say that you want to bounce your voice out, chickenhead? Does this kind of B*************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************่***************************************************************************************** What is popping up? Tokiyami asked, turning his head. It's the content of the third lesson, Jiro said. Criminal gentleman. Green Valley roared. How could the hard work and sweat of his friends leave him alone? Never let him sound the alarm. The corners of Masada's mouth were slightly raised. He saw Lugu lift his finger in the air. Is it still difficult to use it continuously or while acting on the side? Lugu's head thought of All Might's voice. Advertisement. Hurry up on the ground. I want to stop that guy. Calm down. If you are anxious, you will make mistakes. Land on the ground and stop him, whatever you want. Green Valley whispered. His thinking was turning quickly. When jumping, for an instant, use force consciously.
Green Valley bends his fingers. An air wave bounces out.
This air wave hits behind the criminal gentleman with incomparable precision. Air force. Good. Lu Jiyu held his hand. Air cannon? The criminal gentleman was hit in the back, shocked and unstable. But it's not enough to stop me. I won't get discouraged easily. However, at this moment, Green Valley took advantage of the telegraph pole and bounced toward the criminal gentleman. The criminal gentleman was caught by Green Valley in midair. In order to live up to society, live up to everyone, live up to my dreams, and Labraba.
Everyone is the same. Poured emotions. Green Valley roared.
Are you exaggerating or demeaning? Quan Tang said helplessly. Suddenly, someone with extremely long eyelashes and extremely strange makeup came out. That's really rude. Suddenly, Lugu was ejected out. Inside the school, haha, what do you dress up like, Kento? It doesn't seem to sell your soul to a violent person at all. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Senior Volcano. Gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, senior. Of course I praise you, after all, I signed up, Wujian said.
The most important thing is that I can also take the opportunity to escape from your hand knife.
Kanto, who has gained popularity in commercials, will definitely get the first place. After winning the first place, Class B will be even stronger.
Gentlemen, Labraba cried. Oh, but since I participated, I have to fight for the first place, but I really want to beat this guy. Kentu said.
Hey, wait a minute, why must I take the first place? It's hard to say now. Suddenly, Wuluawan appeared. The criminal gentleman frowned and his eyes were bloodshot. Wait a minute, boys don't come in casually. In the preparation room, Wujian was taunting Quan Tang's dress. Women's war, Wujian said, it's me who laughed last. Yeah, did you leave me talking about winning or losing? Chapter 454 Green Valley vs. Gentleman 2 and number 8197, advertisement.
Bad Reason was on the way. Million picked her up.
The performance of Class A starts at 10 o'clock, followed by the drama of Class B and the beauty contest in the afternoon.
Mr. Green Valley makes people look forward to it. Little Bad Reason. Million said excitedly.
In the office, Midnight is chatting with All Might. It seems that Green Valley has asked for a permit to go out today. License to go out? Yes, he seems to have something to buy, All Might said. So I went to the foot of the mountain. It started so soon, so in a hurry, you don't have to be so youthful everywhere. On the other side, Green Valley is still fighting fiercely with the opponent. Green Valley stepped on one landing after another, galloping in midair. Green Valley jumped over the telephone poles and jumped directly to the next drop point. If possible, I hope your quirk can be kept as long as possible to escape use, the gentleman said to Labraba. The gentleman bounced through the quirk in the air. But if this continues, it is likely to fail, Labraba said. I know, it's him after all, there is no way, please, Labraba. However, the next moment, Lugu leapt into the sky. Lugu didn't know why, he only felt that his body was inexhaustible, his body was extremely hot, and a flame was burning in his heart. So stepped in the air, recalling the feeling just now. The gentleman bounced up when he saw Green Valley coming. However, as soon as this jumped up, Green Valley actually caught up. The gentleman felt that the speed of Green Valley was too fast, so he touched the air again, and the air around him was elasticized. However, in the eyes of the gentleman, there seemed to be a figure behind Lugu, which belonged to Masada. Green Valley is extremely dazzling at this time, like the sun. Masada grabbed a handful of jelly beans from her pocket and gently threw it into the sky, raised her head and ate it. Let's help him. Empty bullet. Lugu pointed at the gentleman and popped a finger. Puff. The air ignited waves, and the billowing air swept toward the gentleman like a flame. The gentleman was hit with flames all over his body. Lu Jiyu looked at his finger, he had no idea that his blow could have such power. Gentleman. Lababa fell and the gentleman had almost lost consciousness. Puff. A trampoline bounced, and the gentleman used his last strength to create a trampoline. Advertisement. The two landed safely, but Legu immediately followed, held down the gentleman, and subdued him. The police will be here soon. Don't move around, just follow the law. Hey, since they are a two-person team, think about the second person's quirk. Masada sighed silently while watching the battle. Green Valley is still immature at this time, as an aspect of Hero S. It should be subdued, and the uncertainty factor should be eliminated. The gentleman lay on the ground, and Labraba was in tears. The gentleman is her favorite person, accepted her like that. Labraba, I love you, said the gentleman. Gentleman. But that's how it was said. The gentleman turned into a different person. He stood up in an instant, and Green Valley was knocked into the air by him, just like an experienced soldier. Physical fitness has increased a lot in an instant. Green Valley is thinking in the sky after being knocked into the air. Sorry boy, this is the power of love. Bang, Green Valley fell on the ground and fell to the ground after a few rolls. Sorry Legu, you can sleep here till the end. Green Valley lay on the ground, pointing his finger at the gentleman. I have fought with many people who are better than me and faster than me. I haven't lost yet. Legu popped a finger on the ground. There was no sign of this finger, as if it appeared suddenly. The gentleman was hit, and he stepped back 10 steps, and one of them flew up into the sky without stopping. But then he flipped abruptly in the air and then fell back. The body shape resembles an arrow, and it starts to collide with Masada. Bang 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 bang, the collision between the flesh, both of which are super powerful types, each collision will cause huge damage. However, even so, they still bumped into each other without hesitation, fighting and killing. The ground was cracked. Gentlemen. This is the gentleman of Labraba, a gentleman who doesn't like violence. The gentleman gambled on his soul and beard for this action, for success, and for fame. And Legu also, in order to contain the other party, in order to contain the gentleman, not to let him destroy the celebration, in order not to let him prevent the celebration. Advertisement. For flowers therefore, Green Valley must stop the gentleman here. Once Green Valley lets him over and lets the school sound the alarm, there is no room for recovery. Both are fighting with great obsession, and it can be said that they are both for what they desire most in their hearts. Green Valley was hit on the ground several times with a punch by the gentleman. However, the gentleman took this opportunity to continue chasing. Came to Legu in an instant. Gentleman, Melaleuca sandwich. Boom 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 boom. Layers of elastic air pressed downward, directly pressing Green Valley to the ground. I am carrying out this mission with the belief that I will win, said the gentleman. Green Valley was firmly suppressed, unable to move. Point 0. Damn it, you think I'm holding you back with some faith. Legu remembered his own efforts this month, the efforts of his companions. Everyone has worked so hard to prepare for so long, if this is directly denied. If, therefore, all efforts are in vain, Green Valley definitely don't. Thinking of this, Green Valley's fighting spirit gradually surged. One for all 100% Green Valley pointed toward the layer of elastic force on his body. Boom. The huge power is everything. Break the gentleman's sandwich in an instant. Lu Jiyu raised his head, his left hand hanging down. One of his fingers can no longer be used. After all, the attack this time was too stamina-consuming, and it was also a trick to self-harm. It seems that I underestimated your beliefs. The gentleman backed away again and again. Legu hung his arms and looked at the gentleman. Sorry gentleman. I don't have enough love, I can't help you more, I'm sorry gentleman. Labraba began to cry. No, Labraba, no one is qualified to say that your love is not enough. The gentleman protected himself in front of Labraba. Before using this quirk, it has always been used to escape. I have never fought like this before. But this time, I bet on my beard, and bet on my future. The gentleman stood in front of Green Valley, roaring. Labraba. This time, a gentleman who doesn't like violence. I have to bet on his life and fight, Jew. Chapter 455. The ability to pull it. Advertisement. The cold wind continued to blow. In that case, why choose a school celebration? Why trample on the feelings of the hero, S? Many years ago, the criminal gentleman is also a student who wants to become a hero, S. However, criminal gentlemen as students are not favored by others. The dream is to become a hero, S, great enough to be included in a textbook. No, I didn't ask you this, you are very bad, Fadian. Our school's level is not high, you have failed and repeated grades one after another, and this is the 4th time the provisional license has failed. Honestly, we can only persuade you to voluntarily drop out. In the teaching office, the teacher is training the criminal gentleman when he is young. And the mother of the criminal gentleman was crying aside. I heard that Takashita-san has already named an office. It's okay, Mom, I won't be frustrated if I don't. May 10th, I will cheer. Fadian said to his mother. During an outing, outside the building, a cleaner was cleaning the windows, but the rope suddenly broke. The criminal gentleman thought, my quirk should be a buffer. No, it's going to fall, but just thinking like that. The criminal gentleman rushed up, but accidentally interfered with Hero S, who was going up to rescue. The man who fell to the ground fell from a serious injury that took 6 months to heal. From the result, you hindered Hero S assistance, which is equivalent to hindering the execution of official duties. The verdict came down afterwards. The criminal gentleman received a notice of withdrawal. The mother of the criminal gentleman threw the remote control on the table to the gentleman. Roll. A 22-year-old gentleman, a freelancer, he has long forgotten his dream. The criminal gentleman walking on the road swayed. Spring is so good, you can eat 10 and vegetables. He has forgotten his dreams, and he has no spare energy to look forward to dreams. However, on the road, the criminal gentleman saw in front of him a hero S wearing a combat uniform walking down the street. Takashita-kun. Isn't this Takashita-kun? Are you already independent? That's amazing. Do you remember me? We are in the same class, but I repeat the grade. Ah, who are you? Takashita touched his head apologetically. He couldn't remember who the gentleman was. No more dreams. The gentleman thought. Am I going to be so poor and sad to let myself die of old age? Advertisement do not. The gentleman pulled out a copy of A History of Extraordinary Crime from his bookcase. He has used countless Labraba patterns so far, gentlemen. It's okay to laugh at my spine. I don't care, I won't laugh. Lagu pinched his hands with the gentleman's hands. The two of them are like two bears fighting each other. The power is getting stronger and stronger. Green Valley clearly felt that the power of the criminal gentleman had increased.
As that kid's quirk, Labraba's quirk has been enhanced.
Why do you want to be a hero, S? The criminal gentleman asked Lagu. When I told Labraba that I love you, this is no longer my dream alone.
Me too, gentlemen. This replenishment order is my dream, and I want to respond to them. To respond to those who have not only not laughed at my dream, but also not at the dream that I have to give up. Those who agree with me.
I want to be a hero, S, who can guide a bright future for those who have painful memories. It is the same? Boom, the gentleman kicked and kicked Green Valley. No one can prove that your love is not enough. I believe you can win. Lababa turned on the computer. For this day, she has prepared a PC and a program, which can connect to Shangying's campus network without knowing it through a special radio, and can break the security system and invade it with just one click. Labraba cried at the computer. It's just a bit close to being able to make it wirelessly.
Labraba ran towards the interior. Going closer, she has to do what she can for the gentleman.
Labraba. No, it's too dangerous to walk away alone. You have to decide the winner quickly. The gentleman rushed to the front of Green Valley in an instant.
Right now, can't you compare to the opponents you have fought before?
The gentleman created countless areas of elasticity, jumped repeatedly in these areas, accelerated to the extreme in a short distance, and then punched. Boom. On the other side, Labraba ran towards the depths, but actually saw the Hound Hero S far away. Green Valley was tired to face the gentleman. The gentleman's punches were very fast, and the gentleman would jump to a new place with every punch. Advertisement. I can't figure out the trajectory of the punch at all. Unprepared, and very strong offensive, the punch is heavy.
One for all, shooting style, yellowish, shattering wind.
Quick kick out. At this moment, Green Valley predicted the trajectory of the gentleman's arrival. This kick directly hit the gentleman's face, and the gentleman's face was deformed by this kick.
Then fell to the ground. Green Valley rushed forward to subdue it.
Gentleman, Hero S is approaching. However, the gentleman has been subdued.
Labraba fell into despair. This ability can only be used once a day, and the duration is very short. Labraba, run away. Stop. Don't. Let him go. Labraba was crying, and rushed to Lugu's side. His small fist hammered at Lugu bluntly. But it doesn't hurt or itchy. This is a plan that the gentleman made up his mind. He doesn't even care about his favorite black tea time. Let him go. What a bright future. The gentleman gives me the only light. It's everything to me. Don't take him away. Labraba cried, already crying into tears. Don't take him away. You can't help. Then you will become a 4.8 assisting crime. Get rid of it. I am already a hacker, and the crime has already been committed.
It's okay, gentlemen, as long as I am by your side, no matter where I am happy to do everything. If you let her escape alone, will you be happy? No, she will definitely commit a lesser crime than before. You want me to leave the gentleman? It's better to die. Labraba's eyes were red, and he roared at Green Valley. The cause of this situation is to accept her and let her be my partner. Labraba. The gentleman looked at Lababa. I am also very happy.
That at least. Let this battle never happen. Chapter 456 Gentleman's Past.
Advertisement. The cold wind continued to blow. In that case, why choose a school celebration? Why trample on the feelings of the hero S? Many years ago, the criminal gentleman is also a student who wants to become a hero S. However, criminal gentlemen as students are not favored by others. The dream is to become a hero S, great enough to be included in a textbook. No, I didn't ask you this. You are very bad, Fadian. Our school's level is not high. You have failed and repeated grades one after another, and this is the 4th time the provisional license has failed. Honestly, we can only persuade you to voluntarily drop out. In the teaching office, the teacher is training the criminal gentleman when he is young. And the mother of the criminal gentleman was crying aside. I heard that Takashita-san has already named an office. It's okay, Mom, I won't be frustrated, I will work hard. Fadian said to his mother. During an outing, outside the building, a cleaner was cleaning the windows, but the rope suddenly broke. 23 The criminal gentleman thought. My quirk should be a buffer. No, it's going to fall, but just thinking like that. The criminal gentleman rushed up, but accidentally interfered with Hiro S, who was going up to rescue. The man who fell to the ground fell from a serious injury that took 6 months to heal. From the result, you hindered Hiro S assistance, which is equivalent to hindering the execution of official duties. The verdict came down afterwards. The criminal gentleman received a notice of withdrawal. The mother of the criminal gentleman threw the remote control on the table to the gentleman. Roll. A 22-year-old gentleman, a freelancer, he has long forgotten his dream. The criminal gentleman walking on the road swayed. Spring is so good, you can eat 10 and vegetables. He has forgotten his dreams, and he has no spare energy to look forward to dreams. However, on the road, the criminal gentleman saw in front of him a Hiro S, wearing a combat uniform walking down the street. Takashita-kun. Isn't this Takashita-kun? Are you already independent? That's amazing. Do you remember me? We are in the same class, but I repeat the grade. Ah, who are you? Takashita touched his head apologetically, he couldn't remember who the gentleman was. No more dreams. The gentleman thought. Am I going to be so poor and sad to let myself die of old age? Advertisement do not. The gentleman pulled out a copy of A History of Extraordinary Crime from his bookcase. He has used countless Labraba patterns so far, gentlemen. It's okay to laugh at my spine. I don't care, I won't laugh. Lagu pinched his hands with the gentleman's hands. The two of them are like two bears fighting each other. The power is getting stronger and stronger. Green Valley clearly felt that the power of the criminal gentleman had increased. As that kid's quirk, Labraba's quirk has been enhanced. Why do you want to be a hero, S? The criminal gentleman pressed Lagu and asked. When I told Labraba that I love you, this is no longer my dream alone. Me too. Gentlemen. This replenishment order is my dream, and I want to respond to them. To respond to those who have not only not laughed at my dream, but also not at the dream that I have to give up. Those who agree with me. I want to be a hero, S, who can guide a bright future for those who have painful memories. It is the same? Boom, the gentleman kicked and kicked Green Valley. No one can prove that your love is not enough. I believe you can win? Lababa turned on the computer. For this day, she has prepared a PC and a program, which can connect to Shangying's campus network without knowing it through a special radio, and can break the security system and invade it with just one click. Labraba cried at the computer. It's just a bit close to being able to make it wirelessly. Labraba ran towards the interior. Going closer, she has to do what she can for the gentleman.
Labraba, no, it's too dangerous to walk away alone.
You have to decide the winner quickly. The gentleman rushed to the front of Green Valley in an instant. Right now, can you compare to the opponents you have fought before? The gentleman created countless areas of elasticity, jumped repeatedly in these areas, accelerated to the extreme in a short distance, and then punched.
Boom. On the other side, Labraba ran towards the depths, but he saw the Hound Hero S far away.
Green Valley was tired to face the gentleman. The gentleman's punches were very fast, and the gentleman would jump to a new place with every punch. Advertisement I can't figure out the trajectory of the punch at all.
Unprepared, and very strong offensive. The punch is heavy.
One for all. Shooting style, yellowish, shattering wind. Quick kick out. At this moment, Green Valley predicted the trajectory of the gentleman's arrival.
This kick directly hit the gentleman's face, and the gentleman's face was deformed by this kick.
Then fell to the ground. Green Valley rushed forward to subdue it. Gentleman. Hero S is approaching, however, the gentleman has been subdued. Labraba fell into despair. This ability can only be used once a day, and the duration is very short. Labraba, run away. Stop, don't, let him go. Labraba was crying, and rushed to Lugu's side, his small fist hammered at Lugu bluntly. You can't help, then you will be assisting the crime. Get rid of it, I am already a hacker, and the crime has already been committed. The gentleman gives me the only light, it's everything to me. Don't take him away, Labraba cried, already crying into tears. The cause of this situation is to accept her and let her be my partner. I am also very happy. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Let this battle never happen. This is a plan that the gentleman made up his mind. He doesn't even care about his favorite black tea time. Labraba. You want me to leave the gentleman? It's better to die. Labraba's eyes were red, and he roared at Green Valley. If you let her escape alone, will you be happy? Don't take him away. 510 but it doesn't hurt or itchy. That at least. It's okay gentlemen, as long as I am by your side, no matter where I am happy to do everything.
The gentleman looked at Lababa. Let him go. What a bright future.
No, she will definitely commit a lesser crime than before. Chapter 457 Symbol of All Employees Advertisement. The gentleman put his hands behind him, and a thin layer of elastic film rose up. Green Valley was shot directly into the sky by the gentleman. Young Green Valley, you protected what you want to protect. The gentleman lowered his head and muttered. Hero, S, was surrounded by Lababa and the gentleman. The Green Valley was bounced high and it bounced far away. The hound came over, and it had confirmed the smell. Before that, to confirm the smell, the three of them were not in the walking route, did not move much, stopped in place, sweated heavily, and were in a state of excitement. It's the lost child, the injured, or the stolen goods. All pay attention, said the hound. Soon, the hounds surrounded each other. Once the hostility is confirmed, the cultural festival will be notified immediately and the students will be arranged to evacuate. I want to surrender, the gentleman said. Turn yourself in? The hound was confused. The avatar separated by the psychic teacher followed the hound. Only when I run away, I'm very fast. I've seen video contributors who are clever. Where's my companion? The hound teacher grabbed the gentleman by the collar. No. What's the matter with your injury in the pit that was shoveled out of the ground? Hound teacher asked. Didn't I say it? I fell. Is it just the two of you? The hound teacher continued to ask. Yes. Yeah? There is one more. The smell of my school students. The hound teacher has a fierce face, and he will not show mercy when facing villains. Green Valley landed at this time. Lu Jiyu thought of what the gentleman said after flying him. You just disappear like this, Lagu boy, for his future, for her. Lagu ran back. I vaguely understand what the criminal gentleman wants to do. He is nearby. The criminal gentleman was still defending. Mixed with personal affair, but also moved out of the reasons for whitewashing the facade. I have always lived for myself, and it was great to meet Lagu in the end. After the determination to bet on the battle was all dispelled, what remained in my heart was a heart for someone's sake. Although I have done a lot of bad things, the biggest bad thing I have ever done is to lure women who are inexperienced and brainwash her. So you must forgive, and you love beauty, the gentleman said. Labraba next to him has been crying into tears. It's great, you are the last to fight. Midoriya Izuku. Gentlemen. No. Labraba cried into tears. Finally, Labraba cried and pulled the gentleman, without making a sound. Green Valley walked out of the woods. He was hurt all over. He walked to the side of the criminal gentleman, but there is no way. After all, he is villains. The hound noticed the injury on Lugu's body, so he asked, have you ever fought? I found out that he wanted to come to Shangying to make trouble, so I started a dispute. It's okay. Say so. Wow, Lababa cried. Hound, Spirit Sea, is there anything abnormal? Marksman. A voice came from the hero, S headphones. Please report. There was a video contributor who was annoying people voluntarily surrendered.
What the hell? I don't know either. In short, there is no emergency at the moment, and the state of alert is maintained.
Go to the police station for the details. Mr. Midoriya Izuku, I used to be in the Hero, S, section. The criminal gentleman is the fate of Hero, S, who left the team. I am not qualified to say this. But I hope your heart can be conveyed to her, the criminal gentleman said. Dissatisfaction is everywhere. Why is it all because of my incompetence? A bright future? The criminal gentleman looked up at the sky. All Might is very worried about you, the spiritual teacher said to Green Valley. Didn't Class A start at 10 o'clock? It's 9:16 and 17 now. Lagu suddenly remembered, but it will take 5 to 6 minutes to get to school here. Teacher, I'm sorry that the things I bought are left over there. Go together. Lagu went back and got his own things. A criminal gentleman is a difficult person to deal with. Huh, Green Valley? It's just going out to buy things. What is that guy doing? Really, Class A students are waiting for the arrival in Green Valley. The end of Hero, S, who left the team. I can understand why he is so difficult to play, because I might become like that too, because I have a similar mood with her. Lagu muttered to himself, he thought so. He thinks of Lababa because of Lababa, and I, for Class A. Inside the ballroom. Doesn't Mr. Deku dance? Advertisement? There are more audiences than expected, so early in the morning, everyone is looking forward to it, idiot. Aoyama-san. Where's Deku? When is this? What's up, Dolly? That sluggish guy. This, Aoyama Yuga was silent. 9:59. Oh, it's about to start. Come on, first grade. Yayorozu Million. What kind of show was that in the first grade? Yayorozu Million. Yayorozu Million. Yayorozu Million. There was cheers in the audience. In the audience, Million held her up high with a little bad reason. Little bad reason, can you see it? I got F asterisk asterisk ed, FK. Bakugo started roaring. Lagu appeared on the stage and the bad reason opened her smile. I want to see your smiling face. Lagu looked at the bad reason. This is a smile that can only be seen after guarding. I'll take you for a ride. Lagu was hurried back. However, Masada suddenly appeared in front of Lagu. Lagu was taken aback. Master Zheng, why are you here? don't you still supervise the lights on the side of the stage? Just 2 yawned. I just went out for a walk, anyway, I went back quickly, and I was there in no time. Sorry to bother you. Is it Mr. Masada? The spiritual teacher looked at Masada. Jung nodded too much. Then Green Valley will be handed over to you. Afterwards, Masada took Lagu and returned to the venue in just an instant. Above the venue. How could that happen? How about it? What about it? I'm really looking forward to it. Mr. Checknow, who turned off the patrol, patted the eraser on the shoulder. The eraser is watching as a protector of bad things. You don't care if you say you go on patrol. Next, just click. In other subjects in grades 2 to 3, some people vent their dissatisfaction with Shangying to Class A. I hope you don't be treated as a child's play by them. Playing, dancing, etc., no matter how good the performance is, isn't it your self-satisfaction? Someone said so in the audience. However, on stage, Jiro Kyoka held his breath and stood in front of the microphone. It's on, with voice. Bakugo raised his hand and began to roar. Use your voice. Kill the entire Shangying. Boom. Dwang. In an instant, music sounded throughout the venue. Violent and shocking music swept the entire venue. The highlights should be the most gorgeous, explosive opening. The audience detonated in an instant. Please take care of everyone. Jiro shouted this sentence through the microphone. Then the whole venue exploded. Play every note clearly. This is Tokiyami's inner thoughts, and on the other hand, the whole venue instantly had a bright feeling. Oh, not bad. It's the turn of Little Aoyama and Little Midori Valley. Cultural sacrifice is coming. Uraraka made Aoyama non-gravity. Midori Valley, who was jumping as a prelude, quickly stepped up, and then threw Aoyama into the sky. The audience laughed. Is this a human firework? On the ceiling, Ojiro directly caught Aoyama Yuga. Mr. Deku. At this time, Green Valley exited directly. However, the next bright spot continued, and Grape threw his grapes out. The point is so short. Mr. Lagu is gone. The bad reason seemed a little lost. What the hell is this? A hodgepodge of gimmicks. Okay, it's now. Wingshacker. Please move the light source up and down, left and right, Kota Koji said. In an instant, Shiro Honda used his own tape to set up the entire venue. And the hall was shining brightly. The students got up immediately, and the whole venue boiled again. Air guitar. Boom with his own quirk to put the tape on the ice. After that, it was Masada, who used lava to turn the venue into a boil. Everyone is standing in the lava, although it looks very hot. But everyone feels like standing in cool water. Advertisement. Masada's control of temperature has become perfect. The squad leader performed a mechanical dance. Grapes raised their hands. Jiro recalled. When talking about ideals, I said to my family, I won't take the road of music, sorry. Hey, what's the crying nose here? You can just do it as you like. Mom and dad also like to play music. At first, they always liked and are handsome. If you do it well, you will think after you do it for a long time. In the sense of making people happy, music and heroes are the same. Jiro began to revel in unrestrained spirit. The result is that you didn't stop yourself. Before playing, Jiro once said to Bakugo. However, Jiro got up on his own and didn't stop. The whole venue was caught in a carnival because of Jiro's infectious power, and even the bad reason began to carnival. Wow. Million looked happy, but also shed tears. This is tears of happiness. Mr. Lagu, did you see it? She laughed for bad reason. She laughed. Million's heart shouted. The second scene is a drama in Class B***. I am Romeo, the undead of Azkaban. Count Paris, return Juliet to me soon. Romeo, you have heard about your father from Obi-Wan, saying that he is the king of Gangzei, but that is a lie to you. I am your father. There was a shit sound from the entire venue. There are too many stocks. I want to watch the drama in Class B, too. There is no way we are going to pack things after all, the Class A said. It's okay to be late, but you have to answer the phone, All Might instructed. I didn't take it, so I went out, too anxious, Green Valley said. You will be shocked when you see missed counts. FK him. Denki couldn't help but vomit when he saw All Might's training in Green Valley. I'm sorry to worry you. The psychic report gave me a rough idea. Thanks for your hard work. Don't think it's right to do that, Hound Teacher said. You didn't suffer multiple injuries. As a result, the cultural festival was also preserved, but only for that result. You are a provisional hero, and a student of Shangying. Yes, Lagu said. Why are you looking somber? Go. Teacher Hound knocked out Green Valley with a punch. Go ahead and be happy. Ooh, Green Valley is flying here. Seniors are here. Hound, thank you. However, after receiving such a compliment, the Hound was actually excited. All Might. Hounds are also fans of All Might. Ooh. The spiritual teacher looked at the frantic Hound. Indeed, as you said, it was rash. The Hound only forgets human words when it is really angry. For the time being, I will tell you to run errands for the first time, Honda said. Oh, it's hard work. The sound was loud and terrible at first, but when I danced, I jumped up and down. As soon as the beep light flashed, Mr. Deku, Lida's, disappeared. Then, the hula became cold, Bika turned around and glowed, and I heard that the girl was very nice. During this process, Lagu felt that the beep should be Aoyama Yuga. It's great that you are so happy, it's not good, come to fish again after being late. You moved? Grape looked at Lagu with an unhappy expression. By the way, Aoyama Yuga said. Green Valley hurriedly said, sorry, I'll move right away. Class A has worked hard. On one side, Masada lifted a large pile of ice cubes by himself. These ice cubes are the residue left by Shoto Todoroki. They walked to the front of the Class A classmates and summoned the courage to say it out loud. Sorry. I saw it with bad intentions, I'm so sorry. Let all students develop towards the level of a symbol of peace. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. In this case, the power of heroes will far outweigh villains. They raised their fists, their faces were full of smiles. Wow, that's great, thank you. Therefore, Masada intends to let Shangying's students honed in temper and will not miss any opportunity. Masada has an idea in his heart, which is a symbol of peace for all members. Yeah, it's so funny, it's awesome, however, he said. I only carry this share of my own.
The last time I did everything by myself, it caused this to happen. Class A. Although Masada can do these things in an instant, he doesn't want to do it.
It's hard work, it's fun to watch. A group of people came over.
However, the person who spoke coldly before was also inside.
When such a crisis comes, the next generation of heroes will not only rely on the power of one hero Masada alone lifted a lot of ice cubes, and the weight of these ice cubes on him was almost zero. Chapter 458 Beauty Pageant Champion Advertisement. Next, we will pass it on to them, because it's really interesting. Your feelings will be conveyed through the people who have watched the show. I'm so happy. Iida bowed deeply and said, thank you for your kindness. Unhappy, bring me someone who I haven't seen before, Bakugo growled. Hurry up and get rid of the ice, Grape roared. Ah, sorry, why Mineta was very irritable just now. If you don't get it done quickly, you won't be able to grab a spot in the beauty contest. Masada finally helped to move a lot of ice cubes. He dissolved the ice cubes with lava and transported them to the sewage treatment sewer like running water. A group of people in Class A quickly settled, came to the venue of the beauty contest. In the venue, Fist Kane raised his hands high and cut out with one palm. The narrator exclaimed with excitement. A martial artist who broke through the gorgeous dress, an outstanding performance that coexists with power and beauty. On the other hand, gorgeous Chi appeared with long scary eyelashes. Morale. It seems that you are ignorant, do you dare to compete with me at this level? Afterwards, Hua Xian Chi appeared with a luxurious chariot. Gorgeous luxury is the end of beauty. The third grade support section beauty queen used extremely high technology to show her facial strength, and her performance was like a rainbow. 510. What kind of performance is this? Now it happens to be in a scene of unknown significance. Million and Green Valley both came and couldn't help but complain. Just looking at this face is indeed not flattering. Oh, the third grade is amazing. Wujian looked at the stage with an unhappy expression on his face. The drama is very popular, not bad. Kirishima praised the Class B students. However, on the other hand, Scroll appeared in an extremely ordinary posture. It's just a normal dress to stand up, however, this kind of spiral scrolls made everyone's eyes shine brightly. Scroll failed last year because it challenged splendor. However, gorgeousness is the advantage of splendor. The spiral scroll has its own strengths. Spiral is like an innocent fairy. Everyone looked surprised. Uraraka Suyu, Million, and Midori Valley. Advertisement. Even the wife who has seen many beautiful women can't help but shine. I usually get used to it, but today I saw the dressed up snails, and I really felt a shock in my heart. It is so beautiful. Pieces of skirts are like petals, setting her off into a fairy appearing in the petals. It was the beauty pageant this time. Snail rolls made everyone amazed. Vote here, and the results will be announced at 5 o'clock in the evening. This is the finale. Fisting Cane of Class B, please vote for the Fisting Cane of Class B, and cast a precious vote. Soon the fans of Kent of Class B also appeared and began to canvass for votes. It will go well tonight. Grape looked satisfied. The supernatural labyrinth in Class C seems pretty good. Would you like to go? Kaminari Denki looked at the guidebook and said. Go. I'm not going. Everyone in the class started their own entertainment activities, and everyone went where they wanted to go. The final result is also out. Sure enough, Luo Wan won the beauty contest. Finally, the sun set, and the bad reason was very fun, but it was finally time to part. Lagu and Masada came to the school gate. Million is responsible for sending the bad reason back. Thank you very much today, I am very happy. Yeah, Bad Reason lowered his head. Bad Reason, raise your head. Masada smiled and looked at the Bad Reason. Surprise. Masada smiled and took out a candy from behind. Apple candy? Million was obviously taken aback. You actually bought it. I went looking for it. I looked at the event list and it didn't seem to be there, so I went out and bought one for the bad reason. Masada smiled like this. Going out is really easy for him. I should see each other again soon. Masada smiled as he touched Xiaoluo's head. The bad reason is to take CDEI, the apple candy in Masada's hand. Gently licked. This apple candy is really sweet. I'll give it to you next time if the bad reason comes. Masada laughed like this. Subsequently, Million took the bad reason back. Advertisement. Unbelievable, I did it by myself. Name? Lababa.
What's the job? Don't want to use this talent to contribute to society.
No, I just want to help the gentleman. Whether there is brainwashing can be determined immediately after testing. Don't tell unnecessary lies, she really likes you. There are many attempts, but considering the many crimes, both you and the child. The phase scene has not directly moved her hands, she shouldn't have committed the same crime with me. Huh, do you love each other? I hate it. Drop out of the hero's department, is it twisted into a criminal video contributor? I remembered my dream, and got excited with fear. Even if it is the wrong way, then it is indeed a correct solution for you to stop today. The guy who says that life can't start over, either doesn't have that plan in his heart, or he is eager to get results. Drink tea? The orangutan interrogator asked. Black tea. Only thick tea. It's always like this, the little bad reason becomes Xiangying's care. It's still not long before we can see each other. Lu Jiyu was taken aback and couldn't help but vomit. Yeah, this is surprisingly fast, right? Masada was also a little speechless. But he was still very happy, after all, the bad reason was such a cute loli. Who wouldn't like cute loli? How come? We can't let her stay in the hospital forever. Wow, that's great, little bad reason, Uraraka said. Please take care. Bad reason responded. I think of my sister, please give me some advice. Suyu also greeted the evil. The bad reason seems to have been abandoned by her parents. Her blood relatives died and the group leader of the Bajai Society was also in a coma for a long time. Now she is helpless. Eraser explained. So, you probably also heard from the teacher. Although she has only a few horns for releasing quirk, that horn has become bigger again. It's shrunk, so it's okay now. Is that to prevent her from becoming like that? Yes, so I went to Xiangying, not the conservation agency. The eraser continued to explain the reason. We placed her in an empty room in the teacher's dormitory and observed the situation, looking for ways to deal with that kind of overpowering force, as well as areas that need to be verified. Let's talk about it later. The eraser paused here. Chapter 459 Hero S. Ranking advertisement. Ms. Aizawa is very hard. When Suyu heard that Mr. Aizawa said so much, he immediately felt that the other party had to do a lot and it was very hard. There is also me who is on vacation and has a good relationship with bad reasons, Million said. Everyone may be very busy, but come and take a look, Million said. When the bad body and mind are settled down, the invincible man will not be far from the day of resurrection. I will be very happy in that way, Suneater said. He draped a Million shoulders. Millions gave him a thumbs up. Masada looked at them and smiled. Hero S. Million, who penetrated the quirk, the days of being a babysitter are coming to an end soon? Sorry, can you hand it over to the 3rd grade now? Understood. I want to say to play a game, Million said offline. Class A is going back to the dormitory, and a guest is coming, Eraser said. Snee. Tokiyami sneezed loudly. Have a cold? Are you okay? No, it's fine, it's just the mucous membranes at work. What? Isn't there a rumor? You have fans, like Yayuro Zumin. Don't make trouble, that's something to be thankful for. Tokiyami-kun already has it, right? Didn't you go to Hawks during the internship? No, it's too fast there. Is everyone here? Let's go out to meet you, said the monitor. The shining pupils locked the target. The Meow Claw helper is here. I don't know where to come from. Cute cat rocket launcher. Wild, peace eye, cats. Long time no see, peace eye, cats. Little cats, very energetic. Sorry, I couldn't protect you to the end. Don't mention that kind of thing again for me, Bakugo said with an unhappy expression. We're all right, Koda-kun. Long time no see. Lagu immediately became happy when he saw Koda appeared. Thank you for your letter to me. It's all my treasure. Lu Jiyu grabbed Mrs. Mao's hand and shook. Advertisement, Mr. Lagu, look. He chose it himself, it must be read. In Pussycats, one person points to the shoes by the door. The same shoes. Green Valley said. By the way, how come Xiangying is here again? I'm here to say hello, we're back. Return? Congratulations everyone? Is the puppet cat back? Isn't the quirk taken away? Do you want to postpone the event? No, I'm in charge of clerical work to support the other 3 people. It's an OL cat. Tartaros has a report. I don't think it's bad either. I really want to take it for myself as soon as I see a good quirk. This is my bad habit. Although I really want to pay it back, but still, you have to use quirk. If you think it's okay, I can do it anytime. This is a video left by All for One. Masada frowned when she saw the video they released. This is a video of All for One in prison. In that case, who is the all-for-one supervised in the Nomu factory? It's still investigating how many and what kind of quirks he has. But for now, it's just for now, let him do nothing. This is the only way to restrain him. Then why choose to return now? In the second half of the Hero S Bulletin Board List JP announced this time, we ranked 411. Hero S Bulletin Board List JP. It is the statistics of the number of incidents resolved, the social contribution and the national support rate, and is ranked twice a year on the active Hero S list. In other words, the higher the ranking, the more smiling and peaceful Hero S for people. Last time it was 32 bits. So, is it related to the plunge? Come on, Kirishima snarled. Not meow. We didn't do any activities at all, but we ranked in 3 digits. The approval rate column gave us a hand, and there are still people waiting for us, we can't stand still. This is too manly, Kirishima cried, covering his eyes. The list, speaking of it, was not announced in the second half. I don't know what the list would become without All Might. Announcement of the venue, the first list after Shenye is announced. The significance of this ranking is self-evident. No Hero S appeared in the previous press conferences. Advertisement, for flowers, look at this announcement. No 10. Longju. 1 fell from the 9th place last time, Longchi Hero S Longju. On the stage, Longju said with an embarrassed look, to be honest, this issue is a bit too much praise for me. No 9. Kaiwuja. This one has also dropped, and he is still growing strong. 11 old men covered in armor on the stage, his big beard has turned white. Except for the top 3, it's so in line, it's all due to fortune. No 8, clean and smooth, CM's old acquaintance, Wash Hero S. No 7, the Majesty of the Jungle. Number 6, Strong Shield Hero S. Number 5, Rabbit Hero S.0. Number 4, Ninja Hero S. The support rate of Hero S. that this association has a relationship with Shenye has increased simultaneously, and the support rate is the first in this issue. Wing Hero S. Hawks. Number 2 is the Flame Hero S. the Burning Flame, Endeavor. It's an exaggeration, Hawks said, touching his head. Finally, it is still the throne of number 1 Hero S. All Might. All Might has not retired, he is still active in the position of Hero S. After all, One for All has not faded, he still has the power to fight. I remembered too much that I once stood on this stage and received great honors and was called the number 1 Hero S. It's just that it was the original, and it is now. Compared with the distorted world, which is always in danger, Masada still hopes that the world will be so peaceful. All Might is still the Hero S. of no one, and he Masada is still a student of Shangying. Masada's only doubt is who is the all-for-one outside, and who is the one in the prison. This conference has ended here. Legu looked at Hero S. at the conference and yearned for it. One day, I will stand on that stage. All Might greeted the audience below with a smile on his face. His influence is still immense. Although Masada is already stronger than him, the hidden strength is unknown. What everyone knows is All Might on the bright side, long. Chapter 460 Hawks Advertisement, prepare for this stage because now is the extraordinary time. This extraordinary period naturally refers to All Might's transmission of fire to Green Valley, which is still growing. All Might will announce her retirement on this stage. Hero S. Public Security Committee Chairman said so. I believe that everyone will produce some fishing boats in the future, but while the fishing boats revolve around the symbol of peace, they should also focus on the next symbol. The president of Hero S. Public Security Committee turned his eyes to Endeavor. The Hero S. who shoulder the future are here, let us work with them to create a peaceful society. So the new round of the list will be replaced with Endeavor as the first place, and the other Hero S. will be postponed to one place. Let us look forward to the return of All Might. Wing Hero S. Hawks poked Endeavor and asked, how does the first, May 13th, feel? Then everyone, please give your thoughts. Long Ju was the first to take the microphone. I could save some lives, and I will try to become a Hero S. worthy of the ranking numbers. I understand, Long Ju. You blame yourself for the pain in your heart, we must stand up. Come on. Long Ju. Karast said suddenly, tears filled his eyes with excitement. The next Hero S. replied. What we will do in the future has not changed. Milan Shenwei said, thank you for letting me join the team, the Paper Striker and other heroes Hero S. I will try my best not to shame seniors. Those who are making bad ideas, get ready to be beaten by me, said the rabbit. Ninja Hero S. didn't say anything. The female reporter next to him was speaking on his behalf. Although I am very grateful for your support, it is not for fame. Feather Hero S. has a disdainful expression on his face. The Hero S. next to him is still speaking. Who would be happy to hear that?
Not bad, very arrogant. You still like to disrupt the atmosphere the same way.
I'm just not good at patience. Although it was not Hawks's turn, Hawks directly grabbed the words and said, well, if you just look at the approval rate, Mr. Best Genist has suspended the activity. This time there is no him in the ranking, but it triggered a wave of support and should be awarded. First. The second is me, the third is the paper front shooter, and the fourth is Mr. Endeavor. The following is abbreviated, but I think the approval rate is the most important number now. The symbol is no longer there. Is it okay to continue to stay the same? Is there still time to stick to the past? In these days of transition, people whose results are not as good as mine, what kind of safety cards to play? Say something more like hero, come on. Advertisement, also about how he is frowning. This guy really doesn't know what he's thinking. Hawks was 22 years old. Hero, who was in the top 3 on the previous list, was founded at 8 years old.
I had nothing to do, and amazingly squeezed into the top 10 in the second half of the time, and was the first in history to be in the top 10 as a teenager.
Hero, the fastest and youngest. People judge him as too fast man. Should he say that he does his own way or something? Arrogant. Someone commented, I'm done, please next one. Number 1 with a lower approval rating than mine. All Might was silent. After he abdicated, this day should also change. Endeavor had an angry look in his eyes. It's not that what Hawks said can't be completely convinced, and Endeavor is not easy to speak now. The entire venue fell into silence. I was incited by the kid, and I don't have much to say. For what is strong, the answer must be simple. Look at me. Endeavor's eyes were firm. Backstage, what kid do you want to do? Hey, I'm causing you trouble. Everyone can only say these ordinary things. I think we need to add some performance. Are you trying me? Endeavor looked at Hawks very seriously. How come? It should be an assist. It's not bad, right? I'm not a fan of All Might, and I don't want to be like him. Even so, that person's retiring still shocked me. I won't say anything that requires his symbolic existence. But I think there is absolutely a need for a new spiritual support now. Now I'm relieved. You were so handsome just now, Hawks said with a smile on his face. Is this the truth, or is it playing me? Endeavor thought silently. Don't you want to be yourself? Do I look like that? I want to stay in a lower position and work freely, Hawks said with a frivolous look. I hate people like you the most. When you're done, go and apologize to others, Endeavor said. Advertisement, let's talk about the topic next, Hawks said. I don't want to listen. Get out. Endeavor looked angry. It's a request for assistance. I have some bad sightings. Do you remember Nomu? Speaking of this, Endeavor turned around. Somewhere in the city, a shadow full of skeletons was rising. I haven't figured it out before, but I'm looking forward to it this time. Highland. Nomu has evolved again, and conflict is inevitable. Give it to me, the shadow replied, and fell into chaos again. Hawks and Endeavor were walking on the road. A passerby, wearing a big windbreaker, stood in front of a building with a gloomy face. He is now about to destroy the company he has worked for 3 years. From the time he can remember, he has been alive with his words and colors, and he can't take a breath. But today he intends to say goodbye to him before. The garbage company works overtime all day, so you know how to shout at me. Release 4.8, let it go. The quirk of this person is ashamed. The more embarrassed, the stronger. He opened his trench coat and didn't wear anything under his clothes. He intends to become stronger with exposed shame and destroy the company. Mr. Endeavor, do you have anything to eat? Hawks walked casually across the street from him. 2 feathers flew out and directly hit the man on the ground. Ming wow, what is this guy doing? Is he an exhibitionist? What are these feathers? The passerby exclaimed. The stewed chicken at that restaurant is delicious. The chicken flavor is refined. Your body is very heavy. Are you hungry? However, at this moment, a large truck passed by, as if the brakes failed, and he rushed towards the pedestrian crossing the road. Chapter 461 First Battle. Advertisement. Long live the liberation of supernatural powers. However, the feathers on Hawk's wings flew out, and the wings wrapped the man in an instant, and the man was directly taken away by the feathers. Roast chicken is not bad too. The roast chicken at that restaurant is addictive. The people next to him recognized it. It was Hawks's figure. Isn't that Hawks? It's strange, he actually walks on the road normally. Hello everyone. Oh, mother-in-law, I'll send you to the top. Hawks took out the feathers and helped the old woman onto the roof. Thank you. Dinks, congratulations on your second place. I watched the one yesterday. You have to be humble, otherwise villains will increase. Villains? Electric Hawks. A passerby came over to take a photo with Hawks. Hawks had a scissor hand. Yeah, excuse me, my son is a big fan of yours. Please sign. Next to him, a passerby came over. Hawks took the signed item and exclaimed. Wow, what a beautiful school bag. Is it okay to write 23 on it? Certainly. Hawks raised the pen. What's your name? Liangdian. Okay, Liangdian, thank you for your support. It's Endeavor. I don't know if the face is too scary. This is too majestic and powerful. Passers-by also recognized Endeavor. Go and ask for an autograph. The passerby said so. Didn't you say you like him? Said another passerby. No, didn't you say you like him? Like means liking, but it doesn't mean that. Endeavor turned his face away. Wow, here comes, come here. No, it's a lie, bad. The new combat uniform is so handsome. Endeavor turned his head to his fans, said, you are welcome. Endeavor looked fierce. That fan was immediately sluggish. Silently replied. No, Endeavor will not serve the fans, and the attitude of not offering flattery is very handsome. You have changed. You have changed. Say. That person cried and ran away. Advertisement, ha ha ha. That would definitely say no, you are not that kind of person, Hawks said with a smile. Ah, if you don't eat it, can you give it to me? Hawks looked at Endeavor's food. Glubby guy. I have this character, I can't help it if I want it. After the sports festival, I named Linglang, the son of number 2, surely I want this title, right? But now, it seems that fortunately, Tokiyami is here. Shoto Todoroki's provisional license has failed, which is detrimental to my name. You are not from Shangying, but you were very clear about it. Well informed. Enough, I didn't come to a remote place like Kyushu to talk nonsense. Tell me the point. Rumor. Remove the person Nomu, and unite with the manifestation of those evil tastes, Deku, Endeavor said. Prevent dozens of Nomu and All for One who are in Kami from being arrested together. Although there has been no movement from Leonhe since then, Nomu has not been confirmed. There seem to be 2 views, that is all, there are others, but only All for One knows. You said it was a rumor. Endeavor said, but since you have asked me to help, should you have any evidence in hand? No, it's just a rumor, Hawks said carelessly. Check out, I'm going back. Wait a minute. Listen to me. By the way, Nomu's witnessing intelligence is not limited to here, Hawks said. Don't you know? There are such rumors all over the country. Although they will not be reported, they will appear in the chats of housewives and the small chats of primary and secondary school students after school. What happened? The first time I was on a business trip, I heard what the locals said, Hawks said. At that time, I was with the police, and conducted a secret search in order to avoid confusion, but there was no result. So I was a little bit concerned, so I flew back and forth across the country to investigate. Investigate? Endeavor became interested. There are some differences, but this kind of similar rumors have also been realized in unrelated places. As a result, each of them is unreliable rumors. In abstract terms, I think that after Shangying Yasu and Kanye, the existence of transforming people, which is more frightening than villains, is also well known, so there are idiots who want to incite anxiety and want to spread them all over the country. The villains just now, isn't it called the device ability liberation long live? Similar things, there is an earlier reprint of the autobiography of the offender, which sells very well, maybe that guy was also probated. The more anxious society is, the better that kind of stuff will sell, and it will spread. Advertisement, pretend less, so what are you trying to do? Tell me. I hope you, the number 1, can become a reliable leader. With you investigating the rumors, you can reassure everyone. Put up my chest and I will do nothing. Hawks held up a thumbs up. I said the same thing yesterday. In short, I will build number 1. What is your attitude? I'm very happy, really, patrolling casually, and talking some drunk things, it's very peaceful today. After talking about head covering and sleeping, this is the best life. I want to create a world where heroes can also be lazy. 513. Endeavor looked at each other with serious eyes, then he looked out the window. Mr. Endeavor? Hawks turned his head and looked out the window. Outside. A huge figure flew over. Here, do you want to check out? The waiter actually came over at this time. Please step back, miss. Nomu broke in. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Understood. Mr. Endeavor. Scorching iron fist. Nomu received a huge impact and became crooked, completely devoid of humanity. He got serious. Hawks, guide the evacuation. Here, who is the strongest? That black thing is actually Nomu. A huge flying object flew. It was a black thing, like a bat, but without a head, it had a huge mouth open. Endeavor soared into the sky. He punched Nomu out of the window. Endeavor's arms rose with flames, and he entered a state of battle in an instant. Come on. Show you the power of number 1. Endeavor is wrapped in flames, and his firepower is full. This is his first battle after becoming number 1. Isn't it a rumor? I really picked the time? Nomu broke in and looked around. Boom. A punch. This is what I planned to come. Only, the glass broke.
Chapter 462 Hard Fight. Advertisement. Boom home. I put my changed clothes and blouses here. Thank you for being so diligent every time. Hong Shashong said.
It looks like it's going to cool down next week. I'm so happy, I like to get cold. Hong Dongmai replied, she is Shoto Todoroki's older sister. Natsuo looks very energetic, Shoto Todoroki's mother said. After all, we are all afraid of heat. Ko Shashong is Shoto Todoroki's elder brother. I haven't come back since I entered university. I heard that I had a girlfriend at the seminar. Dongmei pointed to Shashong and said. Sister. I have to keep in touch with my family, it doesn't matter, right? Mom is also very energetic. The complexion is very good. Zhao Dong will send me a letter. The review of the temporary license is not easy, but he said he is trying to catch up with his friends. Shoto Todoroki's mother said. Zhao Dong is quite willing to write. Now that the dormitory needs tuition again, the child can't come as often as before. Shoto Todoroki's mother added.
Should I be able to use my mobile phone? It's not convenient to write letters.
Yes, I don't know what the doctor said. Mom, that guy, he officially became number 1 yesterday. Suddenly, Sha Shang said.
Sha Dongmai was a little surprised. The fishing boat doesn't know what that guy did to his mother and brother, and that guy won't participate in the show. Sha Shang continued.
Don't mention Dad. Dongmai banged Sha Shang on the head. I don't have any decent memories either. No matter what that guy is, he is a stranger to me, but I can't forgive him for his attitude that doesn't take the things done by Mom and Zhao Dong seriously. It's been almost 10 years. He didn't apologize to his mother, right? That guy just wants to leave the past and blood relatives aside. However, Shoto Todoroki's mother said, it's not like this.
Why? Mother still protects that guy. I said I like this kind of flower. Shoto Todoroki's mother looked at a flower by the window, which exuded a charming fragrance in the sunshine.
I only said it once in the first meeting. Dad, have you been here? Dongmai felt a little unbelievable. It seems that I have been here several times without seeing each other. I am still very scared. The doctor also said that it is better not to meet. I don't know what that person thinks in his heart, and the reason, maybe it's for outsiders, but he didn't ignore it. Shoto Todoroki's mother said. He really wants to face his past and blood relatives. Boom, advertisement with billowing flames rising. Endeavor flew in the air, full of flames, and in front of him was a Nomu full of flames. Can Mr. Endeavor fly? Hawks was a little surprised. It's just not falling. Don't be careless, this guy can move, Endeavor shouted downward. Wing Hero, S. Hawks is guiding the crowd to take refuge. Think that these fires can kill me? Regeneration? Sure enough, I have a powerful quirk of course. I heard that the Nomu who appeared in Shangying also had this ability, and there was also one at that time, but the other white Nomu was not found. Is black a special product? If this is the case, this guy is also more special in black. After all, this guy can talk. Are you strong? This guy can talk, in that case. Boom. He's scorching fist. Endeavor spouted flames from his left arm. Several flames hit the opponent's body. However, the black Nomu came first, stretched out his arm and smashed Endeavor upstairs. Wow. The glass broke and Endeavor was beaten into the room. Wow. Bang. Endeavor was shot from the other end. The disparity in strength to this level is something Endeavor would never expect. Boom. However, the black Nomu rushed directly from the broken room and punched Endeavor again. Endeavor was hit, sparking a burst of flames all over his body. At this time Endeavor unexpectedly thought of a certain student who used the lava quirk for no reason. If it is him, can he easily subdue this Nomu? Booming, a raging flame burst into flames, wrapping Nomu's body, but as soon as it was burnt and charred, Nomu immediately returned to its original shape. Jix raised his head and looked towards the sky, but I saw Endeavor fighting hard. Hello. Advertisement. Leave it to you. Number 1, Hawks said silently. Boom. Nomu wreaked havoc, and the house was dragged down by him, and the entire house was dragged down. The upper half of the roof slipped and it was about to fall down. Asterisk. Ah. Pedestrians were yelling, and they became scared. Below Hawks propped up the roof with wing feathers and caught the broken bricks. The upper half of the house is crumbling, but luckily it hasn't fallen. Hawks breathed a sigh of relief. In midair, Endeavor opened the battlefield. The flames sprayed in the opposite direction, but Nomu blocked all Endeavor's attacks. Damn it, are all blocked? Endeavor took this opportunity to judge that the opponent's strength and speed were above him. Endeavor frowned. However, the house broke and began to fall with a bang. Hawks was taken aback. I don't know how many people are still in the building. It's a big road down there, where's the feather flying? Sail, breath, friction of clothes, vibration caused by people. Chang Kesi quirk has rigid wings, hard and soft feathers, which can be manipulated at will, each piece. At this moment, Endeavor moved, and for a moment feather caught all the people flying out of the floor, lead to how. The 76 people in the disaster area have all evacuated, Mr. Endeavor. But Endeavor still struggled with the opponent. The flame forms a cage and wraps the opponent's body. The cage flame is like a hot laser, tearing the opponent's body to pieces. Hawks looked to the sky and asked, is that a bright spot? How can it be? Nomu lowered his head, and the powerful self-recovery quirk made him heal quickly. Interesting, it's really interesting. As he said, he raised his head and looked like a okay person. Cut. Can't you beat Xiaoqiang? Endeavor looked at Nomu coldly. Yang Kesi, you guarantee the safety of the people, and I will solve him. Endeavor's flames became more vigorous. The flames of hell, Endeavor, this is his first battle with villains when he becomes the number 1 hero, S. He wants to hit the level of number 1. Chapter 463 Masada debut. Advertisement. Smash. Burn all. Boom. The flames spread across the entire sky, and the entire sky was enveloped by flames in an instant, leaving only the blazing flames in the entire sky. Oh my god, is such an ability still human? Is it all burned in an instant? Oh my god, this is simply not something humans can do. Hawks fell directly onto a room and rolled several times. These stones are so rough that they have to be cut evenly. Instead of looking at your mouth, you should use your nerves for action. No, if the feathers are reduced too much, the flying ability will be lost. I'm really sorry. Bird? Nomu made a questioning sound. Endeavor Hawks, I'll help you. However, that Nomu straightened his arm and directly blocked the light from the two heroes below. Get in the way. Endeavor was in the sky and had no move. The jet structure of the shoulder makes flying possible. The changed arm can assist in flight. It can also stretch, split and launch an attack, increase muscle growth, strengthen the attack of the extended arm, enough to slap the strength of the steel bar, and the ability to regenerate. There are 5 in total. 1. Endeavor counted. However, Endeavor, seeing the area below, there are actually some white Nomu similar to this one in action. There is a 6th one, split. The color 513 is different. Is it stored in the body? Endeavor began to calculate how CN could win. This villains is different from the usual villains. Who is the strongest? Nomu said. Get in the way. Literally, its purpose is to fight the strong, and the thinking loop is no different from ordinary villains. For the convenience of continuing to fight with me, does he still try to disperse the helper? However, Endeavor has accumulated a lot of heat. This Nomu is thinking. Bottom. Ming wow wow. Don't come here. Hawks flew by, and Feather flicked to solve the miscellaneous fish. Hawks. Wow, that's great. Well, please retreat to a place where you can't see it. Let's not hide it from you. I am quite weak in strength. Even if I am behind, there is no way to reassure you. Chang Kesi said so. The people he saved hurriedly left this place. Advertisement. No, don't you fight. Hot light. Nomu still said. Or, you can't type. That's the case. The instinct of this monster is also very keen. Endeavor, CDI, is thinking about how to solve the existence in front of him. His Searing Fist is a one-hit kill skill that compresses the flames into a state of ultra-high temperature accumulation and releases. If you use it indiscriminately, the question will rise, and the body function will decrease, but the speed and strength are not as good as him. I don't know how much he has. If this quirk is left unused, it will be fatal. Endeavor said to himself like this. He was already nervous. It is because of the flaws in quirk that Shoto Todoroki was cultivated. Let me try. I am new and powerful. Let me try my power. Nomu started waving his arms. Oh, can you see it now? Endeavor? The distance is so dazzling. He is burning fiercely in purgatory where there is no time to escape or regenerate. Turn it to ashes. Endeavor growled. Suddenly, a fierce flame burst out of Endeavor's body. Sunbait Fenfeng. The brilliant flame light, there is no red, only a piece of white is left, like lava that is too pure white. Under this fierce attack, Nomu gradually melted under the feverish heat, and then slowly turned into ashes. Look at me well. Don't be ashamed here, Endeavor growled. As a result, the whole sky is brightened up, unfortunately. However, Endeavor suddenly saw that Nomu had recovered and flew towards Endeavor again. Unfortunately, throw your head out. Endeavor hadn't had time to react. It has been attacked by the opponent's extended arm, swipe. A bloodstain exploded on Endeavor's head. At this time, Boom's family was also watching the live broadcast, and someone below was broadcasting the Endeavor battle. A cloud of blood burst out of Endeavor's eyes. Booming in the dormitory and watching the live broadcast, he saw this scene. Return to the room, said the eraser. This one, get rid of you for the bad reason, I'll go there. Advertisement All Might touched his wound. Although he could use his muscle form, he now has less and less time to maintain his muscle form. Boring, is there no stronger hero, anymore? Nomu landed. He had no expression, because he had no face. He started to wonder if there is no hero, in this world. To be the hero, of number 1 for my father. Shoto Todoroki's mind sounded like this, and his father was to be the greatest man. Tears appeared from the corner of Shoto Todoroki's eyes. Justice, roared loudly. Yeah. Masada appeared from the side. Masada. You have the ability to save him. Boom looked at Masada and said. Well, I'll go now. After Masada finished speaking, it turned into a ray of light. How could it not be saved? It was the friend's father, experience or something. This kind of thing should not be let by the friend's father. A streamer pierced the sky. It was a white meteor, but it took some time because it was too far away. At the same time. Hero, is there no stronger hero, Nomu said. He began to search around, and Endeavor lay down on the ground. Endeavor was knocked down. What a joke. Endeavor erupted from behind and rushed towards Nomu directly, but when Nomu waved his hand, he knocked Endeavor out. Speed, not fast enough. Strength, not as good as me. You are so weak. Endeavor was embedded in the wall and couldn't move. Nomu began to search around, looking for human damage. How can I let you succeed? Boom. Endeavor turned into flames. Flying towards the opponent, it was like a meteor. You have regeneration too? Just kidding, I can't move anymore. Who is like you? Endeavor's behavior can be said to be death. However, at this moment, a white meteor fell. Shoo, a meteor pierced the sky, and a beam of light fell from the sky. It's two coming. A lava rising up into the sky completely envelops the Nomu, and the body of Nomu's infinite rebirth turns into the nourishment of the lava at this moment. Oh, long time no see, don't come here without any problems, hero, of no one, Endeavor. Masada stood on the roof and greeted Endeavor. When he collected it, the lava went out, and that Nomu seemed to have never appeared before. Chapter 464 Crisis Lifted Advertisement? That is? Oh my god, what is that hot and dazzling figure? He actually defeated Nomu, who beat number 1 so badly. Yes, and looking at him, he just did a trivial thing. Grinning too softly, he stretched out his hand and pulled Endeavor to the roof. Endeavor was badly injured. There was blood in his left eye and he was almost blind. After all, Masada is not a medical quirk. Even if lava is used well, it can change the nature of lava, but it still cannot be used for medical treatment. That person seems to be a Masada. Jinta? It means that Igarashi, Jinta? Yes, the man who defeated Nomu all over the city by himself. So there is such a thing? Someone was so surprised asked. After all, that was just what happened in a city, and this is not the city where Xiangying is located. Hawks, thank you. I saw that Hawks would shelter Endeavor and help Endeavor. Ah, no thanks. Are you speaking of it? Masada smiled lightly, stretched out his hand and said, Igarashi Masada.
Zhengma hasn't met Hawks yet. When Hawks heard the name, he patted his head and said, ah. Come to think of it, you are Xiangying's lava.
Exactly. I don't know which version of the legend the other party heard. Masada still smiled and said, I didn't expect the unruly wing hero, Hawks to remember my name. Speaking of which, is it really okay to leave Endeavor like this? He seems to be dying. Hawks looked at Endeavor who was gasping. It's okay. I can't die for the time being. You can't die, don't you care if you can't die, what the hell? Hawks couldn't help but vomit. Well, in short, this matter is over, but what is going on with this Nomu? Do you have a clue? Masada couldn't help but think of the Nomu factory he saw before. After that, there will be no more wind. This matter was so hidden. Masada also got his wish and lived the peaceful campus life he yearned for. He didn't have anything special to do during the whole school celebration, but he was happy and leisurely. Ah, I haven't heard that you were there. However, a voice suddenly appeared. Advertisement. Zheng Tai looked back. It's Dobby, the enemy united. Isn't this a Masada? There is also number 1 hero, the new number 1, but this number 1 is not All Might after all, it's different. Zheng Tai frowned and said, why are you here? You are the one who killed Snatch, Endeavor asked. Snatch was the one killed in the joint enemy operation. Chakan, the enemy unites. Chakan was covered with needlework and rotten meat, and the rotten meat was sewn with needles and threads. Boom. The flame burns. Cha Kun also uses flame quirk. At this time, the quirks of the 3 people are all related to the flame. The Master of Lava, Endeavor of Hell Flame, and Blue Flame Choppa. It's hot, it's going to burn. Hawks flew up immediately, and the flame attack was not good for him. Who? SNA. Leave it alone, let's have a few words, what a rare opportunity. That's a purple flame. Not Endeavor. When the people outside saw the flame, they immediately became vigilant. The enemy united. It's a member of the T, United. He lit a flame barrier and surrounded Endeavor and them, said the live helicopter in the sky. That guy? It's so grandiose, what on earth do you want to do? Said the eraser who was watching the live broadcast. But at this time they no longer have so much worry. After all, Masada is beside him, and everyone knows how powerful Masada is. It's really sad, Shoto Todoroki. There was a bad memory in Shoto Todoroki's mind, it was Cha Kun left him. What can I do about this? Masada was not in a hurry at this time, with bubbles in her mouth. In the process of coming, he found that he had a few bubblegums in his pocket. When he was bored, he ate the bubblegums into his mouth. A big bubble was blown out. Do you want to solve him? Masada thought that way. But let's see what he wants to do first. Hawks looked at Dobby, his heart filled with dignity. Although there are only some feathers left, I can still buy time. Forgive me, I'm just here to retrieve that Nomu. How did I win? Dobby said with a dull look. For flowers, how could it be possible to win 2 top hero, with bruises and bruises? Advertisement. Boom. A flame exploded, saying so, but in fact it has launched an attack. Cha Kun waved his hand, a heat wave swept across. Wow. However, at this time, a figure descended from the sky. The hand that Masada had just raised was put down again, and it seemed that there was no need to make a move by herself. It's getting more and more interesting, Hawks. You are united by the enemy, Reifeiyu. The Comer is the rabbit hero, Milko, I hate it, I'm in the mood for it. Pouch, suddenly Chakan vomited blood. Then, Kurogiri was vomited out of his mouth. The rabbit kicked over. Endeavor. New number 1 hero, don't just die like this. Masada put his hands in his pockets, knowing that this was a teleportation, but didn't stop it. Let the adults take care of themselves. This feeling is really long lost. People become stronger in crises, and Masada is no exception. Only when he transforms himself in battles, Masada has the current strength. Dobby disappeared. Dobby villains disappeared. They can't hear me, but please let me speak out. Being strong is the foundation of guarding the world, and verbal morality will be shattered when it meets absolute strength. The new apex is there. I want to tell them, I want to convey to them, to the hero, there, thank you. Then Masada let go back. Therefore, Masada intends to make fewer shots, so that the hero, in this world will have a sense of crisis. Otherwise, how could he save the world, he who was not in the lava country at the beginning? The crisis is over. Masada looked up at the sky with a smile on the corner of her mouth. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Although they can't hear it in the live broadcast, it doesn't mean that Masada can't hear it by herself. If villains like Devil appear again in this world, if it is too old to die, if, there are many ifs, who should guard this world? The rise of hero, in modern society needs villains, and a comfortable environment will only sink hero, Endeavor, Rex, and Shangying's students, Masada, protected the city, gambled on his life and won, said the man on the plane. Chapter 465 Failure Advertisement. However, in the background, Hawks is communicating with Cha-kun. The plan is tomorrow, and it's not the city center, it's a factory by the sea. And that Nomu, obviously is not the same dimension as the previous one. I hope you can tell me this kind of thing in advance, Hawks said. I changed my mind. Didn't I say at the beginning that I wanted to test the performance of Nomu? I also said to change. You are not the same, didn't you say before, just find a powerful one? I think it's okay to consider number one not to test at all. Deacon retorted this way. I think you will be happy when number one is seriously injured. I didn't violate the agreement. You messed up yourself, Hawks retorted. It is difficult for us to suddenly believe in number two hero, This time it will be your credit test, Chabby said with a light smile. Why is there no one dying in the May 13th day? It doesn't feel like the actions of people who share the same feeling with us and offered to help. Dobby smiled softly like this. I have to pretend too, and I can't let this hero, identity break the trust. The more they trust me, the more they have the opportunity to obtain more valuable information. This is also for your benefit? Take a long-term view? Huo X frowned. I'm just for the sake of unity, Cha-kun. Hey, I still can't let you see the boss anyway. I will contact you again, Hawks, Dakin said. Afterwards, he walked out of the warehouse. Go close to the enemy coalition, Hawks. Hawks received such an instruction. Huh? Wait, what do you mean? Didn't a search team formed over there? Mr. Gran Torino and the others. Where did you hear it? It hasn't been officially announced yet. Hawks covered his mouth with his clothes. So, Hawks, you have a sharp ear and a sharp mouth. Because someone was kidnapped in the Battle of the Wild, we must act immediately, but the intelligence was insufficient and the opponent's strength was misjudged. In order to eradicate the Dark Organization, we need a lot of intelligence. Said so. Especially that transforming person, can he make something like that with the power of all for oneself? If we don't understand the unity of the enemy, we will repeat the same mistakes. What happened to them while I joined? Do you want me to sit back and watch? Hawks said with cold eyes. We believe that you can just sit back and ignore it before asking you. We don't care about reputation and reputation. We only choose long-term goals. We don't think we can force you to be a more suitable candidate, the leader said. Hawks opened the ward in front of him. Withdrawing his thoughts, all his memories ceased. Advertisement in the ward, it is Endeavor. Ah, snatch, it's that guy. Under the night sky, Dobby muttered to himself while looking at the sky. 2 days later, the disaster area is being rebuilt. The recovery girl came to see Endeavor. He stretched his mouth and kissed Endeavor, and Endeavor quickly recovered. I want to take a look at you for the sake of being an OB, saying that you are already the number one hero, now. A thick scar was left on Endeavor's face. Endeavor was seriously injured, but was saved by surgery in the treatment of the recovery girl. Mirko, or hero, jumped straight away after that. It's great that the left eye is okay, blame me, I'm so sorry for you. Hawks walked beside Endeavor. My injury is my responsibility. Can I use this when I'm injured? Hawks asked. You didn't intend to apologize. Don't talk about this for now, kid, Endeavor said solemnly. That Nomu came straight at us. It happened to be the day we arrived. Is it accidental? Endeavor asked. What? The new top 2 is walking around in front of the station. It's very conspicuous. Villains thinks it's an opportunity to do it, right? He deliberately mentioned that he showed up some time ago to make an excuse, and the relationship with villains is a confidential matter. Hawks felt that he had lied one more big lie. Maybe the Nomu rumor itself was the bait that was sown by the hunting hero, You need to contact the enemy's joint search team. Be careful. If you continue to investigate in the future, it is best to apply for assistance with me in order to deal with that level of villains. Mr. Endeavor won't take care of others so much, Hawks said shockingly. Burnt you? Endeavor glared. When my feathers grow up, I will resume work. I probably need to take a day off. Will Mr. Endeavor not take a rest? Endeavor looked at Hawks, then said, but that's it. Jix began to remember again. He looked at Endeavor's back. Is it really necessary? Is it necessary to make a move? Advertisement. We need to follow up closely with the black and white lines to completely cut off their retreat. The next move. You said that because you knew I couldn't refuse, right? My heart is so bad. I don't deny, Hawks, you are really lucky that you didn't participate in the Battle of the Wild. Child? A child saved you. No, this is a major accident of 130 kilometers per hour. Go and find it, right now. This is Hawk's memory. This child is very talented and should be able to become a hero. From now on, we will provide comprehensive assistance with your family. If dirty, I can give everyone peace of mind. I'm happy to take this job. He is a man who is too fast for Hawks. He will use the fastest speed he can reach to get the society where hero can also sneak in.
Beat the raw eggs well. There was a voice on the TV.
Shoto Todoroki is eating. Endeavor walked into the house. Have not seen you for a long time. Zhao Dong specially applied for permission to go out. I wanted to invite the teacher to come in and sit, but he said no, Dong Mai said. Anyway, it's 4.8. It's a big deal. Thank you for your hard work. Shoto Todoroki looked at the scar on his father's face. The injury is serious. However, Natsuo was eating noodles. Shoto Todoroki was eating noodles too. You two said at least that you have worked hard. Didn't you say that you want to reward him? Dad finally started to remember the family. Even if you hate it, don't be too obvious. Sister, sorry, I still don't seem to be able to do it. Sha Shang stood up. Endeavor stopped Sha Shang. Sha Shang, just say whatever you want. What are you talking about? You didn't even take a good look at me, so I was embarrassed to say. This is the first time I heard that Zhao Dong likes soba noodles, because you don't let him interact with failed products. Don't look, Zhao Dong, brother and you are not in the same world, Endeavor once said. Chapter 466 Ofa in a dream advertisement, he didn't leave it alone, he really wanted to face up to his past and blood relatives. That's what Shoto Todoroki's mother said. It seems that both my mother and sister are going to forgive you, but I want to say that the personality of your mad B********* D is not the same as it is going on. It seems that it has changed, but it hasn't changed at all. Throw away the failed product. No matter what you hear is the screams of mother and the cry of scorching freezing. The same is true of brother Dinga. Even if I become the #1 hero, and defeat the strong enemy, I can't forget it. If you make your own way to change your mind, you still want to unilaterally fail to recover it, isn't it disgusting? Do you know? Sha Shang roared angrily. I will face everyone and make compensation, Endeavor said flatly. Sorry sister, thank you for the hospitality. Sha Shang left with his head. Summer, really, it really can't. Zhao Dong enters Shangying and starts to meet her mother. His father will also get closer to his mother and become laughable. I thought we could become ordinary family members. My sister is very happy, Zhao Dong, Dong Mei said. Sister, this is the first time I have seen brother Sha so excited. 2 days after that battle, the evaluation of #1 hero, is still fluctuating, said on TV. There was an interview with a character on TV. It's also a narrow victory. He's covered in blood, isn't he okay? The enemy united and let go again. By the way, hasn't Nomu caught a lot? Villains of that level is still strenuous. The uneasy voice is as usual, and on the other hand. Turn it off, Dong Mei called. Shoto Todoroki said with a cold face, no. Don't worry about the symbol that is no longer alone and desperate. Who is standing up and fighting for us now? Show me clearly. However, the image of the boy is still shining on TV. I was originally a fan of the paper front shooter, but after seeing that battle, I will definitely turn my fans. I am also from the fire department, so I should be honest and happy. Sure enough, you have to count and see, who is it, and Cheng-ah. Because of the juvenile who saw Jun's nickname, it caused heated discussion. His cry attracted many people to support Endeavor. One report after another came on TV. Oh, that battle, Endeavor, of course, needless to say, it is also thanks to the help of seeing Jun, and the most important Hawks, who worked desperately. Advertisement, of course, and the last Masada is also very handsome. The boy who has not yet become an official hero, if he becomes an official hero, he will soon become the #1 hero, bar. The retrograde wind has not subsided, but everyone is aware that this is the era of Endeavor, and the support for him is indeed expanding, said the TV. The Endeavor who is hero is very powerful, indeed it is very powerful hero Shoto Todoroki said. But as brother Sha said, I haven't forgiven you for abusing your mother, so I want to see what you do as a dad and what will become next, Shoto Todoroki said. After all, I know that some trivial opportunities can also change a person. It's scorched, I'll go get some noodle soup. #1 in the undesired form, used to work with confusion and anxiety. Shoto Todoroki muttered to himself. Why is it stronger? Endeavor's answer must be very simple. The reason why power is over. When I heard those words, ordinary and simple thoughts suddenly popped into my heart. He wanted to protect the future of others. Shoto Todoroki thought this way. Endeavor thought in his heart, if this is the responsibility of the apex, what about the future he ruined? Even now, Endeavor does not ask for forgiveness. I'll go out for a while, Endeavor said. Where is Dad going again? Dungmi, I'm sorry so far. Even if the matter is over, he still has only compensation and repayment. I said the wrong thing to Sha Shang. Endeavor apologized. On the other side, among Shangying. After the basic training, Legu practiced one for all without taking a shower, and then fell asleep on the bed. After falling asleep like this, Legu had a dream. There was a woman with a delicate face beside her, and afterward, there were many people she didn't know. One figure is not clear. I have dreamed about it before, but the figure before is more blurred. This time the figure is very clear. Advertisement that is the figure of all for one. Why resist? Join me on the journey, stupid and lovely brother. Because everything about brother is wrong, unforgivable. Legu found that he could move his right hand, but couldn't speak because the nose was empty. Can't leave from here, he has no feet. There are still 2 people on All Might, but they are too far away to see them clearly. All Might's words appeared in Lugu's heart. A person cultivates strength, then passes the strength to the next, and continues to pass the cultivated strength, so the voice of seeking help and the voice of courage to give help are intertwined to form a crystallization of strength. 7 people, including Green Valley, is 8 people. He is the 9th generation of the successor of One for All, and another is. It's so ugly, I took the initiative to approach you. Does your so-called correctness include tolerance? What the brothers said was about the world at the time of 513. I will never forget this voice. Green Valley was shocked. Brother all for one brother, this person is the 1st generation. Now the world is in chaos. Abilities should not be used only for selfish desires, you only care about satisfying yourself, said the 1st generation. I will return you the words as they are. They didn't even notice me, was the past reappeared? After all, this is a dream. This man has a deformed lower jaw, and the longer his teeth, the stranger he is. He is introverted, but he is also a gentle person who takes care of his elderly parents, but he is regarded as a monster and he is scolded and persecuted, and he is isolated from his parents. Suddenly one figure appeared in the scene. He has no abilities. He returned home from get off work in the evening. The abilities organization group attacked. The stun gun used for insurance was also neutralized, and his body freedom was taken away by the tentacle-like hair. Another appeared beside All for One. Bald man. No, it can't be restored, however, All for One has put his hands on their heads. The man with strange teeth has restored his original appearance, but the bald man has got the quirk. If there are any difficulties in the future, will you help me? All for One said. Chapter 467 Supernatural Advertisement. What is the world you are talking about, brother? What can you see? I'm watching people use power for others. You are sophistry, you just added 2 more men. Things people need to rely on, because you deny me even their happiness has been denied, All for One said. My strength can bring order to this world that has lost the original form of mankind, who is desperately insisting on selfish ideas. What is the order in the way of taking advantage of other people's hearts? You won't remember how many people have been abandoned by you. With that said, the 1st generation rushed up, however, when someone around him appeared, he subdued him. I don't allow you to regret him. I brought a bodyguard, after all, I'm also famous, All for One said. Ah, pitiful, just because you were born with no supernatural powers, and without power, there is no truth to follow. But even so, I still love you, my poor brother, the only relative. After saying this, the surrounding scene suddenly changed. Burning buildings, burning streets, chaotic pedestrians. People are fighting each other with quirks. The human specifications collapsed abruptly. In those chaotic times, one person quickly unified people. Give choices to the powerless and forgive sins. One person crawls and approaches All for One. All for One reached out to him. The scene changes again. Ah, haven't you eaten yet? I'm thin into this pitiful appearance. I won't be as you wish. You should give up too. The guys who are struggling to make trouble have formed party members. There is a group that refuses to join me to deny order. It is a very dangerous existence. Therefore, I was killed. I didn't give any orders. I admired many of my friends. I chose to act for what I needed. I am very happy. If I think about it, everyone will work hard for me. This is like a dream, All for One said. It's like the world in the comics I watched with you that day. You only read 3 books, and there are follow-ups. The world dominated by the Demon King, under the constant struggle and hard work of the righteous hero, finally won. Brother, do you know? The wicked man, he will fail in the end. The imaginary constitutes reality, and reality does not follow the routine. All for One grabbed his brother's face. Advertisement. The reality that you don't give in to me will be rewritten by me in the future. You are very important. You have found useful abilities in your skinny and scrawny. Let me embark on the journey with me. Suddenly, a flame appeared, and what Lu Jiyu saw was the other party's figure lying on the ground. Are you the 9th person? I want to show you more, but still reluctantly, only 20% you have to be careful. The singularity has passed long ago, but it doesn't matter. The other party was actually talking to Green Valley. You are not alone. Boom. There was a loud noise, and Aoyama Yuga next door was awakened. However, when he went to the door of Green Valley, he saw that Masada had already arrived here a step ahead. Green Valley's room was full of burn marks. Legu gasped for breath. Jing Tai, you did it? Am I sick? Burn Lugu's room. Masada looked speechless. He had never seen this, but he acted as soon as he heard the sound. Green Valley. What's wrong? Masada asked. Lagu thought about it carefully, only that he had a dream. Would you like to relax for a while? Look at you, it's not like you can fall asleep in a while. Let's go for a run together, Masada said. So two people walked out of the dormitory. The dream is so vivid, the moment when the hand and the hand overlap. When the dream ended, all the ancestors watched him. The next day, Green Valley found All Might. Have you seen the memory of the first generation? All Might was a little surprised. It's also a memory of All for One. You saw the face of One for All when you were young, right? Well, after that, the master, my previous generation told me the existence of face shadow. The reason for telling you the whole story is because you have also seen it. What I saw was until I was given, and then the first generation spoke to me. All Might did not go on. What if there are only 20% of them still unique? During the sports festival, All Might said that there is no consciousness there, but I think it should not be. Advertisement All Might is musing. Get in a word? Why haven't I been? I haven't experienced it, and the master told me the same. As far as I know, you have only encountered this phenomenon. It's just that it's not a dream, it's a shadow. Asterisk. This quirk must have stocked a lot of things. If you want to do this, you want to do that, or you want to be like this or like that, no matter when you have power, there must be thoughts. For those who cultivate strength, the feelings they hold will turn into a part of their strength and be incorporated into memory. I understand it this way. A supernatural phenomenon. It's romantic. Even if you die halfway, you can meet again in One for All. It's very romantic, right? All Might remembered what his master had said to him. Very All Might, Green Valley said. All Might spit out blood. You said just now that you woke up because of a power failure? Are you injured? All Might asked. No, that's good. Now I can only confirm that something that I don't understand has happened. I don't know whether the quirk singularity refers to the quirk singularity, or whether this happened is caused by you or an atomic factor. All Might said so. Any other things? Li Dezhao. There are two people who can see clearly. All Might is also a vague figure. Is All Might a relatively new relationship? I don't know the details, I'm sorry, but this power must be your companion. Let's explore it together in the future. I know, I will cheer. By the way, the master of All Might is a very beautiful man. All Might heard these words and smiled. Right? Starting to practice in the afternoon, it's almost time to start. I went to see it today, it seems very interesting. What's interesting? All Might and Lagu chatted. Are you two still wanting to be that way? Aizawa-kun? No, it made him force it? Don't tell me it's as if I'm catching a cup of my heart, it's so cold. My heart is worried. Beside Aizawa Shota, it is hard worried. Last time I seemed to be with Aizawa-sensei. Chapter 468. See you again. Advertisement. This time there are new classmates coming to participate in this competition. Who the hell is it? Lagu said expectantly. This time it was a joint confrontation between Class A and Class B. In this battle, a new person will join. Just when everyone was wondering who that person was, Hitoshi Shinso appeared in front of everyone. Yes. Is that what happened? Is that Mr. Aizawa's capture cloth? Is the mask original? Midori Valley asked. Please advise. Said listlessly. Talking to him will be brainwashed, the person next to him said. Seeing the face is also because of the moment of being brainwashed by the hard-worried gentleman. Did it happen to that point in time or? Such a question appeared in Lugu's mind. Say hello? There are a few people who have met at the sports festival. As the saying goes, those who have fought are friends, but I am not so polite and will not move out of this sports festival spirit. I have slowed you down dozens of steps. I'm sorry, I will do your best, Hitoshi Shinso said. After all, I have only joined the Hero's department now. Compared to everyone, I am really far behind, and my experience and strength are also quite short compared with everyone, Hitoshi Shinso said. I want to be a great one, want to use my quirk for others, 517. Everyone present is a high wall that I should surpass. I don't intend to be close to you. Ambitious, the sense of urgency is online. It looks like an early boomer, not bad. Boom looked strange and asked. Really? This time the battle between Class A and Class B was conducted. The stage is a corner of the sports field Y. The sports field Y is a training field in an imitation industrial zone. There are not many open areas. It is widely rated as bad vision and foothold. The two sides will face each other in groups of 4. A group of 4 is so fun. Adding to the heartbeat is 42. How to solve this fraction? Hartzau will participate in the battle twice, once for the A team and once for the B team. In other words, 2 of the 5 matches are 5-on-4 battles. Everyone was taken aback. Then how does Masada arrange? The monster Masada is too enchanting, so each group has to fight him individually. Why is it like this? If you think you can play a good wife with 4 people, it's another matter. The narrator glanced at the person who raised the objection. Masada will not mention it first, he is a bug, but isn't the 4-person team very weak? Advertisement. It's weaker if you put almost inexperienced heartbeat into a team of 4, right? Although the 5-man team has an advantage in numbers, they have also made some concessions. This time the setting is that Hero S surrounds the villains group to capture villains. The commentator said so, and he held up a finger. To treat the opponent as villains, a team of 4 people is considered a victory. After all, villains is also organized, it's easy to understand. On the other side, Ida said in distress, Hero S is again regarded as villains by the other party. Which one is better to play? I think Hero S will do. Yayorozu Momo said. The camps of both sides have strong prisons that are as solid as gold. As long as people are locked in, it is judged that the capture is successful. The teacher continued to explain. It's very nervous. In other words, it is most effective to prevent the opponent from fighting near the earthquake, but it is also difficult to go smoothly. Does the team that caught the 4 win? Does the concession victory refer to this? Well, on the other hand, if you want to catch 4 by one person, the difficulty has increased, someone said. Hey, what are you kidding about? No matter how difficult it is, I want to catch us too much, is it just a joke? Kaminari Denki looked bitter. Yes, it refers to being incorporated into unfamiliar members, and even if it is a 5-person team, 4 people still lose, Aizawa Shota said. Bakugo looked upset, spit out and said, fighting with luggage is really rubbish. Don't say too much, CDEI, it's okay, it's a fact, Hitoshi Shinso said. Then draw lots. The teachers took out 2 boxes for drawing lots. Masada is the first to go up. Ah, you don't have to smoke, the maid, anyway, everyone will fight you once in the end. Soon, the small group gets better. Finally it was Hitoshi Shinso's turn to draw. Come on with your heart. Shin Suo was divided into the first group of Class A and the 5th group of Class B. Although I said that, let's get along well, please advise. Please tell me the details of quirk, you have a very popular face, I can see it. Kaminari Denki stared at the other's face and said. Okay, now it's the turn of the first group of Class A to fight against Masada. Suddenly, the teacher's voice came. What? Kaminari Denki was taken aback. Advertisement. Ah, is it me the first one? Masada was also a little affectionate. But then he stretched out a lot and said, well, then I'll take the lead first. Masada stepped into the sports field. Why? It's as easy as a walk, and there is no feeling of confrontation at all. However, the other students looked solemnly. Masada, how do you fight? It's a bug-level existence. It's not so much fighting, how to survive is the most important thing. No one can be sure of surviving under Masada's attack. Only under Masada's mercy can it be possible. It is the overlord of life and death. Cough, chance, don't go in first, let them go in first. In the end, the referee decided to accommodate. Otherwise, I really won't have to fight. Masada was waiting at the door. Kaminari, Baby Blow, Shinfu, Koda, and Hiroshima entered the interior. After 10 minutes passed. Justice, you can go in. Masada then slowly stepped into the sports field. Why? He just got in for the first step. There was a combined attack of 5 people. Justice. I just ignored him. He had known the troubled quirk a long time ago. As long as he didn't answer, there would be nothing wrong. The other 4 attacked with their best skills. This is the countermeasure they finally negotiated. Anyway, Tai can perceive their existence. No matter where it is hidden, it is useless. So it's better to concentrate on the attack at first. Dong 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 dong, the Masada quirk was not used, and it teleported behind the 4 people as if teleporting, and each of them hit the back of the neck with a knife. Even if he was as hard as Kirishima, he fainted directly after being beaten under the striker's knife. In the end, only the heart is left. Shinkai lifted the cloth around his neck and declared surrender. One group, 5 seconds, was killed by Masada all in seconds. Chapter 469 Hitoshi Shinso's new equipment advertisement. Join in the second game with a heart. The starting place is 20 minutes within the time limit of your own faction. If the winner cannot be determined within the time limit, the group with the largest number of remaining people will be judged to win. At this moment, All Might and Midnight came. Which team do you think will win? Midnight said to Matt. I'm not sure. Class A, who has overcome many difficulties, is indeed very strong, but judging from the results, it is actually Group B they have made more progress. They did not encounter so many troubles, so they are growing up on the ground. Then the first round. Said the referee. It is a class A that sees strength in adversity, and it is a class B that has solidly improved the strength of the group. I really look forward to it. In the battlefield, Suyu uses mimicry to crawl on the wall. We all have a certain degree of understanding of the opponent's abilities, but in order not to take the lead in numbers, we should not act separately, Suyu said. Can I just crackle at their meal casually? Bakugo said angrily. Did you think about it when you left? You were alone. It's true, and it's not good to be gorgeous. I lost with range skills. Kaminari Denki was completely blocked by the opponent when he was in the sports department. Start with the most troublesome quirk, Shinsao said. You know it well, heartbroken, everyone knows it. The other party might want to deal with you first, right? Shinsao said to Kaminari. Although I am inexperienced but have strong brainwashing ability. I rely on everyone for protection. It's best to create a form where 2 people can show off their talents. Several birds flew in the sky. Did you find it so soon? There is a person on the left. He is moving towards this side while sensing a wide area with a vine. It feels bad to attack a girl with this opportunity, Kirishima said. Suddenly, from the side, there was a huge sound, and an orangutan flew over from the roof. Boom! Hey, Kirishima. Kirishima was hit directly by her. We had long expected that we would be caught by Koda's ability to find enemies, and we knew that you were the most alert to her, so let her be the bait and approach quietly. When you are ready, it is likely that you will become Denki one person charging, so it is straightforward. Offense. My nose is very good. This beast Quirk said so. He will watch this battle from the sky. Advertisement. Hey, it feels bad. A Class B student riding on the back of an ape's blew bubbles from his mouth, the air cage. The air restrained Koda. This is a single room where no sound can be heard. Okay. Solve them. The orangutan agreed. However, at this moment, the orangutan was actually controlled. The condition for brainwashing is to focus on the target first, and make a plan for me to brainwash him. Then as long as the other party answers and completes the brainwashing, the other party will accept my action, although it is also affected by the order, but it will be unraveled by a certain degree of impact. I haven't tried it yet, but brainwashing multiple people at the same time probably won't work, and the consciousness will spread. There is still a strong first sight to kill. It's just that if you can't get the other party to answer or give a command that requires brainstorming, it won't work. For example, it's okay to let him read the name and order him to write, but if you rely on the form of the question, it won't work to induce the baby to blow the words Suyu. Although G allow D is commonplace for hero, S, it is not easy to handle this if people know it, and you will be fine if you ignore it. That's why there is this, another vocal cord, a voice-changing variable structure mask, a personality code. My voice has no effect as soon as it passes through the mic wind amplifier. This mask uses many metal plates to deform and resonate the sound before it changes my voice and plays it directly. That means the voice changer. That's amazing, then you are invincible. I don't know if this equipment is strong enough. It's going to start, and I can only get the battle plan before it's ready. This is the origin of the Hardcare voice changer. Damn, don't you know that you can change your voice? At this time, the person riding on the orangutan gave the orangutan a punch. The orangutans must be stopped. Denki went straight, but was slapped and slapped by others. But because of this, Denki finally came into contact with it. A burst of electric current passed past, enough to paralyze the electric current. However, it was at this time that he blew his tongue and caught the person behind the orangutan. For flowers. Quickly put him in a cage, advertisement. However, the orangutan ran directly and chased after him. You are paralyzing me. At this time, both Kirishima and Koda developed their own attack skills. Little bug, lend me the power. Kirishima hardened all over and took a punch. However, the other party directly lifted the orangutan form into a human form, and slipped between the two of them. The beast mode is on again. The orangutan grabbed Kirishima and threw it into the sky. Koda was caught by the orangutan again. In this round of exchange, 2 people in Class A were caught, but only 1 person in Class B was caught. The remaining 3 people in Class A are in another place. Sorry, I should hurry up. The weapon used by the heart is Aizawa's binding cloth. It should be me who should apologize. Let the heart attack face to face. It's because I don't have a good strategy, Wow said. Although it is commonplace to get injured in combat training, you worked hard, and I was saved by you. Although you said you don't want to be close to us, I like it very much. You really want to be a hero, S. My heart blushed a little. Nothing, consider the countermeasures first. I have an idea, little Kaminari, look at the indicator. The other side is in Class B. You use me as a bait, you go to raid, what a sinful behavior, you should use a small whip. What a whip, but this action is very effective. They can win Class A if they catch 2 more than 3. But we were also caught by 1 person, and we were also very frustrated. However, his voice changer was also exposed. As long as we catch him, regardless of troublesome Kaminari Denki, we can win. Suddenly the gorilla raised his nose and sniffed. Class A is here. You look so carefully, Suyu, that's amazing. Denki's equipment is equipped with an indicator. The indicator will stick to the place where it is hit, and the position can be determined at any time through the matching lens. It's approaching here, 3 people are blowing? What are you talking about? This is not a spiritual teacher. The classmates who watched the live broadcast were at a loss. Long. Chapter 470. During the game advertisement, there is only one Asui, right? Lagu, is that it? Grape asked Lagu in a low voice. Well, that's the one. Green Valley replied. Although I have heard of it, I haven't seen her actually use it.
Asui once told Lugu that she can jump, stick to the wall, and stretch her tongue.
There is also sticky venom, but it can only make people numb a little. He painted the other 2 people to mask their smell, right? Even we almost forgot about this skill. Class B must have never thought of it. In the field, the orangutan has a high positioning accuracy, and he must know where we are. That's why I found this flaw. Suyu's scent has 3 people. As long as they are not seen, they don't know where it is. I don't seem to notice the indicator either, Baby Chu said. May 17th, the problem is that the other 2 don't know where they are. Rather than looking for it, it's better to deal with it when you can kill the orangutan. The nose and power are terrible, so Suyu is okay, right? You barely made a defensive posture. If you are in a head-on confrontation, you can't beat him, Suyu said. In my name, give punishment to those who plot wrongdoing. Tell me the location, the beast of apocalypse, Jianqi said. At 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, it fanned out, and all ran on the ground to get closer. Can you stop calling me like that? I'm Gervadong. Another person with talisman paper on his face said. The three of us approached together. Do you know where we are? Does the other party have a quirk that can be searched? Hey, the one from the revelation? Then he turned his head and looked over. Look, there seems to be something on you. I remember it was Kaminari. Jianqi also spoke at this time, and the rattan with his hair caught something. Capture one person. I don't know who it is, you step back, Talisman said to the orangutan. If you were Kaminari, in case, however, it was Kaminari that was pulled by the cane. Okay, the answer is right. The draw is drawn. The three of you are stunned hand in hand. What? Jianqi condensed the vines into a shield in an instant, and sealed his electric discharge skills with several layers of vines. Even if there was any chance, he could use the shield to block it. Everything is ready. However, at this time, Kaminari smiled. You lied to you. If the indicator is within 10 meters, his electric shock can be condensed into a straight line. Advertisement at this moment, many scales flew out of the talisman man's hand. The scales knocked the indicator off. Scale wyvern, quirk, scale. It can generate hard scales in the body, knock fly and make armor. The vines gathered up, trapping Kaminari completely inside. Next hit. Quickly arrange the vines. Okay, orangutan, tell me the location. However, at this time, Jianqi was hit. I didn't say that just now. Prior to this, the Kaminari trio had worked out a strategy. Ming wow, it's real or fake, the vines are coming out from over there, have they been together all the time? If you are caught, you will be over, do you want to retreat? Oh, no, I have a good idea, I'll let them catch, Kaminari said. Since they are very wary of me, isn't it for them to sign the lot? And during the sports festival, she used a lot of vines to prevent electricity, and I went to fight to pull some hatred, which can weaken them. The function of finding enemies? Kaminari analyzed this way. Then Shin Sao and Suyu took the opportunity. Kaminari Denki did not underestimate his heart. But what lies ahead is a huge gap in experience. Intertwined with echoes, I don't know where it came from. Orangutan. Where is villains? However, the orangutan drew casually and pointed to one side. I used gestures. You are talking. You are too suspicious, right? Is there one over there? Hey, talk. Hey, you know the situation is safe. Anyway, wake up Jianqi first. However, Asui directly used his tongue to pull Jianqi to the roof. The baby's movements are really flexible. The talisman man has been hitting with scales. However, the scales cannot hit such a high place. Ape, it's Asui, hiding, don't worry about it, tell me where Asui is. However, the orangutan ignored him. Asui fell from the sky. Both feet kicked directly on the body of the talisman man. The scales are broken. Advertisement on the other side, the orangutan was digging towards the cave. From the perspective of the smell, it should be Asui over there, then it should be on my side. Heartbroken. I am still complacent with my own preemptive action, alas, how can it be so terrible? The orangutan felt extremely scared, this ability is really too strong. You are already a qualified threat. The orangutan crawled in front of the opponent. However, Shinhua used the pull of his neck to move the steel pipe above him. Wipe the head straight, FK the cloth. The steel bar fell from the top of the head. That's the case, but your villains will fall down without being so slow. Quickly leave. Apocalypse. No, I won't be brainwashed anymore, I will talk to you one-on-one. Apocalypse. However, Asui threw the talisman man from behind with his tongue. Just let them bump into each other. The tremendous power caused the orangutans to faint. 4.8. State the point of reflection, Eraser said. I'm still far behind, I can't always rely on others. No, Asui-kun and Kaminari-san's flexible abilities have made Zinzo-san show their skills. It's amazing. After the game. I'm not bad, right? Are you obsessed with me? Okay, come and be obsessed with me. It doesn't matter, romance is uncontrollable, Kaminari said. I have to rely on my own strength to become a professional hero, Shin Sao thought. As soon as I teach, no one will have to work hard. It took me 6 years to get used to the trapping cloth. Don't forget that unwillingness. Come on next time. If it weren't for fighting with each other, my quirk would be difficult to use. If it came true, I might be killed the moment I was caught. I lost 2 classmates, I wanted to win one without a shortage. As a result, I was in a hurry, Asui said. The first group. Mingao, Class A plus Heart Sorrow 1. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. The melon-eating crowd watching the live broadcast outside. Hey, my heart is very bad, it's not a concession at all, right? Once the situation is adjusted, just being there can dominate the whole situation. Where can I fall behind? It's very powerful to be careful. And Koda looked frustrated. You have to find a way to give more detailed instructions to the bugs. The first one is Kirishima. I'm very unwilling. I didn't even practice what I taught me, Shin Sao said.